The last live was a success. It was 3 hours with 9 likes total. We're back, baby. Okay, as you can see here it's day 21. So I think we need to say that welcome back to people who wants to watch this Minecraft challenge. My video was exactly my live was exactly 3 hours long. Okay, maybe if I'm Cypher and Polish Nordics returns. Oh hey, there's a tree. So let's break some leaves there, because I forgot the tree had grown overnight. Okay? Okay. Right. The first person is here. And he already left with no reason. Okay? It's just a stair. Let's break via axe. Wonder how I'm Cypher and Polish Nordic is not here. Okay. I'll make some stairs. Oops. Okay, I need a crafting table for that one. Whew. There are wooden stairs in this game. Nah, it does not work. Or maybe. So via that, it should do. Let's just mine some wood. Okay, now I can go longer because it's the end of the school day, because it's already Friday and it's 3 p.m. So I will go more. So let's add more and more and more. There it goes. I have stairs. So let's Ooh. Okay, that's better. Oh hey, Noska 9720. Okay, I'll add some of these things and this top thing to make it like make sure it's like when you're going to there. Yeah. As you can see here. Hey, Nicola Pachta 2389. Yes. I know. Oops. Okay. Let's just try to let's just kill sheeps for beds if I'm going to do that. If this stops, so if I'm not going to make some lies for a few days. Dude, I'm an English person English YouTuber, but I'm a Polish YouTuber, but I speak English. So this live is English only, so yeah. Ignore that. Let's up, bro. Oh, bet that's better. Let's go to my farm. Here goes my farm. I forgot something. There's a hole. I meant there is something. It turned to dirt. There's nothing, so let's add something like eggs and some ones like food supply. Okay. So let's. Oh hey, my first like. Okay, so last time I went to day 21. Yeah. I've played this game for like 3 hours. Yeah, I'm not joking, 3 hours. Also, just as last time, I'm going to make you react to videos. I do this all the time. I forgot these seeds that I have. Up. It's going to be night. I forgot I have seeds. Let's place that seed. Oh, it's getting nighttime. Oh, welcome back, I'm Cypher. I'm Cypher, you're back. Do you remember me from the live that I've been posted as private? I will make it unprivated right now, so ignore that. I'm doing convert to it. I will mic and show you some weird stuff. So here's the live. Okay, I'm in live right now. As you can see here. Let's go to YouTube Studio. And nice. 44 subscribers in the last 28 days. I think this live is privated. So I'm not deleting it. So I'll make you watch it. I'll change it to public so you can watch the previous live. Oh, see you later. I'm Cypher. Okay, I'm changing directions, like always, so you can react to videos. Wait, is that data stream? Let's try to watch that.
If you can't afford to buy Minecraft, then actually there's a bunch of clones out there you can play for free. But how good are these clones? On my iPhone's App Store, I simply searched for Minecraft. Then I scrolled down a bit and downloaded a few of the most popular clones that I could find. First one is called Survival Craft 2. This game many people actually probably remember. I know I do. Let's create a new world. Let's just call this Survival. That's an ugly ass character. Okay, he's naked. We have multiple skins we can pick. Yeah, let's go for Geoffrey. He looks freaking weird. Okay, spawning data stream level 1. And
okay, ignore swearing.
Story behind this game that some kind of ship leaves you behind on some kind of island. How do I sprint? Crouching, stand up. Okay, I can do that. And what is this? This is my inventory, my character. Let's try to mine this block. The way that these textures look like, they kind of remind me of Minecraft Faithful resource packs. And I'm not sure how do I even run in this game because the character by default is so slow. I don't know. I'm playing on my small ass iPhone 16.
Oh, welcome back, Michu923.
Let's go to them. What is this fish that I have?
I'm going to make you administrator if you... I'm a moderator if you're back.
What? Why are they hitting me? What? I didn't even do anything. Since when in Minecraft cows attack you? And I died, okay? Can I craft like a crafting table? Yes, I can. The recipe is the same as in Minecraft. Make a stone axe instead. Why? Wooden club. I have no idea how to craft a pickaxe, okay? I think I want to go take a revenge on that.
Yeah, I'm good.
All of them.
The third part is...
No.
The third part was a success. I got 9 subscribers in one live.
Why are you doing that? I wanted to eat you. So that's survival, but what I also want to check out quickly is creative mode. Okay, fly mode. So we can fly. This is a weird way to fly, okay? It doesn't work like in Minecraft. Malachite. These blocks look a
It's
lot like Minecraft.
Malachite. Ignore that swearing.
It's magma. It's actually called magma. I want to try placing it down. So this is how lava looks in this game. What about...
Oh, welcome back, Polish Nordic official YT.
Make obsidian. Please just make obsidian. We need another portal. It just makes stone, I don't know. Werewolf. What the hell is a werewolf? Oh? Okay, this is a werewolf. He's eating me.
Okay, so I'm about to make a water bucket, I think.
But he doesn't know it comes in.
Oh yeah, I forgot, I have no iron.
Then yeah, sure, I would play the hell out of this. The next
Okay,
thing I want to check
I don't know of how long I can handle. The last time I handled this for like 40 hours, so I hope this will be longer.
Activity across other companies, apps, and websites. What the hell? No. Why do you need that? Okay, but why is the game kind of laggy a little bit? Textures are so Minecraft. Why is there an ad at the top? These controls are ripped straight out of Pocket Edition. And these textures, except for mobs, man. What the hell is that?
Because this is literally what I speak. This is what I speak. Please, don't tell anything about it.
Oh, I need to make a cow, and then you make something like this. Like, what the hell? Oh, okay, I'm in creative mode. Let's say I just want to play single player and survival. Great. Starter kit. Watch a video to get these items. What the hell? No. You can tell that this is a mobile game. I was just trying to break this one. What? Okay. God, I don't like how the character walks. It's so uncomfortable. It's like he's walking, but there's this sort of slowness and clumsiness. I just can't. How did they manage to get Minecraft textures in this game? That's basically like asking for a lawsuit. And they have even monetized the hell out of this game. And how do I craft stuff? There's an ad. You have to watch an ad to close your inventory. This is the worst crafting menu I've ever seen. Let's craft a crafting table and some sticks. What is that? Sugar. Let's just place it down here or something. No, I'm not enjoying this game. Please, just no. A huge chunk of the screen is covered with the ad at the top, and it's so frustrating because the UI elements are also so freaking big. My phone's screen is super small. You can barely even see what's going on. And I just found iron. Please, give me meat. Give me meat. There's a bear. Why? He's giving me a hug. Please, hug. Let's jump into lava. I don't want to play this anymore. And that's such a weird animation. Okay. Would you like to respawn here by watching the video? No. You burned out.
Well,
This next one.
I don't want to make age reveal, but I'm 11. I'm almost 12.
No.
I also watch The
Oh
Simpsons.
my god, there's an ad. Ew. What is it with these mobile games? And what is this tutorial? Why is it so long? Why can't I just skip the whole tutorial?
Wait, do you know this game? Blockcraft 3D is one of the most popular Minecraft games ever.
I can't think I'm in creative or something. Fly ability, get it. You know what? I don't want to play this game. Well, we go to the next crappy Minecraft clone. We have Multicraft, and I
Yeah.
opened the game and this is
I'm also 11. You know that? Yeah, the last time I ended this one, I ended this video.
In Minecraft, we all know that we can combine two single chests to make a double chest. That should be pretty obvious. But have you ever thought of or even attempted to add more chests? No, it's impossible. You can't add more chests to a double chest. The game simply won't let you. Now that is true in normal, intended circumstances. But when you break the game, you can get this. So today, I'm going to show you the weird history of Minecraft triple chests and how at one point, this was actually possible to create. Chests were added to Minecraft in January of 2010. They could be placed as either a single block or have two chests combined for extra storage. But players soon started to wonder if you could possibly combine more chests than the game allowed by default. Well, it wasn't until a bit later when a method for creating a triple chest was discovered. By creating a regular double chest and placing a water source adjacent to the chests, and then simply placing the third chest in water, it would successfully place that chest, giving you a triple chest. The reason this works is because of a bug introduced in July of 2010. When you place a block in water, the check to see if that block
Just watch what happens.
Blocks in ways they were never intended to be. So now
Just
that we have
watch.
this triple chest, does it even function like one, or is it just a graphical glitch? Well, let's see. If we open the left chest, we get a normal chest GUI. If we open the right
Triple
but
chest.
if we open the chest in the center, whoa. Now this looks a bit broken. By the looks of it, there are actually 9 rows.
Oh, okay. 1
It
sec.
does actually work as a triple chest. But because this was never intentional, no GUI for a triple chest was ever created. Therefore, it looks glitched. But it doesn't stop here. What if we added more chests? Like a quadruple chest? Okay, now this is just weird. My GUI is literally going off the screen. But you know what? We need to push this to the absolute limits.
Okay, you're now the 27th subscriber.
Look at this. It appears that the chest GUI is actually repeating itself. But as far as I know, this chest actually works as a quintuple chest. Too bad there isn't an option to lower the GUI scale in this version. And it wouldn't be until beta 1.5 or April of 2011 when Mojang would add a GUI scale option. And that update also happened to be the one that patched the invalid block placement bug, which pretty much patched player creation of triple chests or multiple chests for that matter. However, these chests could live on.
I can do infinite chests.
That means that
I'm not joking.
completely, as you could of course still use external programs like MCEdit to create them. But that still didn't mean that you couldn't obtain a triple chest in survival Minecraft. Turns out that it was still possible. I'm talking about triple chests that spawn naturally. We all know that dungeons spawn 1 or 2 chests, sometimes right next to each other, creating a double chest. We also know that abandoned mine shafts also spawn with chests, with older versions of the game spawning regular chests instead of minecart chests. So what if a dungeon and an abandoned mine shaft happened to spawn in just the right way that it would create a triple chest? Well, in extremely rare circumstances, this is actually possible. Someone on Reddit found this triple chest in his own survival world. Imagine just mining in a world and seeing something like this. So just to put in perspective of how rare this is, the world first has to spawn a double chest dungeon, which is very rare on its own. Then a mine shaft has to spawn through the dungeon.
Okay,
The chest
I'm going to show you
to the double
by using okay, so by using a flint and steel and then quickly placing a block when there's a fire, you can have a triple chest.
both chests would show their
But you can actually go more than
which is
that.
pretty cool. And later on, people would eventually find seeds with 2 dungeons spawning together, which isn't all that rare on its own. But sometimes, this can also result in a triple chest. Even on the Anarchy server 2v2t, a player found a triple chest generate with 2b2tc. Now, with the server being on Minecraft patch 1.12.2, it unfortunately glitches the texture of triple chests, making them invisible. This is because at some point in Minecraft's updates, the way chests render was changed. But they
This is a quadruple chest.
years ago. But of course, at some point, triple chests or multiple
Quintuple chest.
after over 7 years
It's very buggy.
existing in the game,
It's very buggy.
1.13 Aquatic update marks the end of triple chests. In this update, the mechanics of chests were changed to allow players to place 2 double chests directly next to each other by holding shift to connect them. Because chests
No, I think it was patched later on.
patched triple chests, as it was literally impossible for them to overlap like they did in previous versions. Any chests that were previously triple chests would simply turn into individual chests upon updating. The fact that this bug lasted in the game for this
This is an octuple chest. The most chests you can place in Minecraft.
or was so rare,
This is the most chests you can place in Minecraft.
would even come across it.
Okay, I'll try to get every single version in
But
TL Launcher, with the exception of InvDev,
Minecraft triple
Classic, and Pre-Classic.
that wasn't very useful.
Yeah, this is the octuple chest. This is the rarest thing you can ever see in your life.
In Minecraft, we have a chest, a double chest, a minecart chest, a trapped chest, and an ender chest. At one point, you could even make a triple chest. But what about a locked chest? Yep, at one time, locked chests were actually a thing, and today, I'm going to tell you literally everything about them. April 1st, 2011 was approaching, and at the time, Notch, the main game developer, was planning to release Minecraft Beta 1.4, which added cookies, wolves, a new Minecraft logo, and locked chests. So basically, these chests were intended to be an April Fool's joke. Actually, the first ever Minecraft April Fool's joke, as Notch didn't really have time to announce Minecraft 4D in 2010 because he was in the middle of a move. So upon loading a new world in this version on April 1st, 2011, and yes, your PC's time has to be on that exact date, these so-called locked chests would spawn in the world.
This is an undisciple chest.
Indestructible, except for explosions, which is how someone could actually obtain one.
I'm not using mods.
To make a double
I'm going to make this Minecraft challenge modless.
one of these chests.
Oh yeah, it's also day 22.
Co-supply grid.
So I will update in 25 days. I mean, if it reaches 20, if I play this for 25 in-game days, then I'll update. So this is an undisciple chest. This is how it is.
Griefer Saddle, a secret Griefer identity, which I guess you could just use alts for that, and an enlargement pill, a response from support, and some placeholder items. Now, obviously, this shop was a joke, as if you tried to actually buy stuff, you would just get a Velociraptor jump scare. But if your cart amount went over 10,000, you'd be prompted with this message that says if you're prone to seizures, press cancel. I guess this also serves as a warning to you guys watching this. But if you clicked OK, the whole page would go berserk. This April Fool's Day joke was filled with references from Team Fortress 2, like their Manco supply crates, and Jurassic Park. Now Valve, who owns Team Fortress 2, didn't really like Notch's joke, and apparently spoke their minds about that to him. So a day later, Notch posted on his blog giving the advice to not joke about Valve. Also that day, the site got a multicolored banner that said April Fools. Then a few days later, on April 5th, a small patch to Beta 1.4 was released that disabled any locked chests still in the world from being used and would eventually decay like leaves. Now, if you think that this is the end of locked chests, well, you're wrong. You see, even though they all
I have Roblox.
unloading them, the remnants of the locked chests remained in the game long afterwards. So if you happen to obtain one of these chests as an item by exploding it with something like TNT, it wouldn't be subject to removal. Even when you updated the game, you you'd still be able to keep it as long as you just didn't place it. It wasn't until release 1.3, or just over a year since locked chests were added, that the texture of the locked chest.
Oh, I can friend you on Roblox.
You may ask, does it look like an emerald block?
One sec.
The Minecraft version of Grimace. Well, it has to do with this file in the game called terrain.png. At the time, all the block textures in the game were actually stored together in a single image file, which allowed up to 256 different block textures. The issue with this is as the game started to add more features, the terrain.png files started to fill up, and old unused textures had to be cleaned up and eventually replaced.
Is this your account, Spooky Me Too?
As Minecraft
Is this your account?
added emeralds. So the developers decided to use that.
Is this your account, Michu923?
Thus making the locked chest. Already
Okay, I'm friend you now.
got an April Fool's feature looking like this. Eventually, March 13th, 2013 rolled around with the Minecraft 1.5 patch, and the terrain.png file was getting so crammed that the decision was finally made to load each block texture from an individual file. This resulted in the locked chest texture changing to the standard missing texture, as there was no reason to make one for that block. Then release 1.6 came, which changed the missing texture, which resulted in this. At this point, it was pretty apparent that the days were numbered for the locked chest. In a development version of release 1.7, locked chests were first made impossible to hold as an item. They can only be placed with /set block. One pretty interesting fact about this update is that their alphanumeric ID was also replaced with this, making it the longest block ID in the history of the game. Finally, when stained glass was added, it happened to use the same numeric block ID as the locked chest, which effectively marked the official removal of the item. This means that, theoretically, if you updated from a beta 1.4 world that contained locked chests to release 1.7, all of those chests would turn into white stained glass. Pretty cool. So that's the history of the locked chest.
This is Incepted and the Zupal chest. This is the most chests.
It's actually a stone.
This is the most chests I've added in this game. The previous thing, it was in a server in Betacraft with 8 chests. Only 8. But now, this is the most chests I ever used. 17 chests. The most chests in the entire alpha.
The story of this block begins in February of 2011. Notch released the beta 1.3 update and brought with it new types of slabs, including cobblestone, sandstone, and wood slabs. You see, from the very beginning, wooden slabs were actually stone slabs. And here's why. At the time, Minecraft had an ID system that assigned a number to every block and item in the game. Air was 0, stone was 1, grass was 2, etc. Stone slabs used the ID number 44. So what Notch did when he added those extra slabs was he added an extra data value to the stone slab to specify them. So 44.0 was stone, 44.1 was sandstone, and 44.2 was wood. And here's where we run into an issue. That main block ID of 44 can only be specified for one material type, in this case, stone. Modification of the extra data values with a different material type wasn't possible with this system. So presumably, to save time and to not have to add a whole extra block ID just for wood slabs, the main ID for stone slabs was used instead. And not to mention the other limitations slabs had at the time. There was only one variant of wood slab that was available, that being oak, regardless of there being 2 other tree types in the game. They also took double the amount of resources to craft, and they couldn't be placed upside down. But despite all this, wooden slabs actually had one very useful advantage. They didn't burn. At the expense of having to collect double the amount of wood, one could build a house out of wooden slabs and make it fireproof. Wooden slabs were more blast resistant than regular wood.
Oh wait, I have another one.
It helps keep the creepers at bay. Slabs stayed like this for a good chunk of Minecraft's history, until around a year later, when official patch 1.3 was released. New wooden slabs were added for every variant of wood
No!
listed at the time.
I'm too
They
young!
also finally fixed the issue of wood slabs acting like stone. But here's the thing. The way it was fixed was by simply adding a new block ID specifically for wooden slabs. So what happened to the old one? Well, it was never actually removed. Let's say you played a Minecraft world before the 1.3 update and had a bunch of these wood slabs. When you updated your world, you would actually be able to keep the old slabs and use them like normal. The only caveat is that they couldn't be crafted anymore. I remember playing on a server back in the day, and I noticed this change when it updated to 1.3. When I crafted new wooden slabs, they didn't stack with the ones that I previously made. This actually created a special market for these slabs.
Okay, it's too dark now, so I'm going to add some torches.
Prime example of this. This server has updated through almost every major version of Minecraft, so there are certainly many of these special slabs still in existence on the server. I even did a live stream back in 2018 looking for them. I never ended up finding any that were actually placed, but luckily, someone who was watching my stream found me and dropped me one. Whoa, but wait a sec, that isn't a wooden slab, it's a giant pink block. The simple explanation for that is that at some point in time, the item texture for this block was removed from the game, likely on accident. However, it's still played
Yes,
and acted like it should.
but this stream is English, so ignore that. Stop pushing me!
Which is the slang term that 2B2T players call these things. But wouldn't it be pretty cool to find a genuine...
Who the heck is
era
pushing
time
me?
period when these slabs were craftable? Well, here it is. These are the ruins of a house made from alpha slabs, likely built in 2011 or 2012. It's just crazy to me to see something built in Minecraft that's almost 10 years old, and parts of it still exist on a server that has no rules. Probably because you couldn't even light it on fire. Now, I'm not done with the story of these slabs yet. Minecraft patch...
Okay, 18
is
chests.
coincidentally running, was the last version of Minecraft to utilize numeral block IDs. But when 1.6
19
was developed,
chests.
the block ID system was being replaced with string names, so the developers had a choice. Remove these slabs from the game entirely,
20
give them
chests.
a new life with a new name, and luckily, they chose the latter. Meet the appropriately named Petrified Oak Slab. To this very day, the original variation of wood slabs added by Notch in 2011 can still be used in the same way. You can even upgrade your Minecraft world from older versions that had these slabs to the latest version of Minecraft, and they will work just fine.
No.
That's the story of the wooden slab that's actually stone. The block lives
Here,
on,
1,
used,
2, 3,
traded,
4,
and
5,
trusted
6,
market.
7,
Let's
8,
make history
9,
repeat
10,
itself.
11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22 chests.
The infamous world border of 2B2T. 30
This is a dual vintage chest.
you have ever had the opportunity
This is the most chests
ever since
I've ever placed.
journey to get to the overworld border on 2B2T, I thought it was a really neat idea. Never in Minecraft history has someone legitimately mined a tunnel 3.75 million blocks long in the nether to get to the overworld border. The accomplishment by Burnsy and the Diggers was nothing short of incredible. Since then, a few adventurous players followed in Burnsy's footsteps, traveling through his tunnel to the world border themselves. But for the longest time, I decided not to. I just didn't see the point of sitting at my computer for over 30 hours just to find myself at a blue striped wall. I simply saw it as a waste of time. However, that was just my original thought. How was I to know that something was pointless and a waste of time if I never even attempted it myself? And that's when my curiosity kicked in. I wanted to know if it's worth it to take the 3.75 million block journey to the overworld border of 2B2T. So today, we're going to find the answer to this question together. Getting to the world border on 2B2T is by no means a fast and easy trip. If you sprint jumped there in a straight line, it would take around 146 hours. So I needed to find.
Okay, I'll open
I
this.
first thought about using a horse to get there.
I'll open this quick. Okay, I already opened this quick adventure chest. This is the most chest I've added in this game.
Through portals. For a while, these were thought to be my only options, as Boatfly and Elytrafly were also patched. Or so I thought. A new Elytrafly hack was discovered on 2B2T, and I got exclusive access to it. When testing it out, I got a top speed of 142 kilometers per hour. If I traveled at that speed non-stop, it would only take 26.4 hours to reach the world border. This was certainly many times better than sprint jumping, and that's when I knew that this was my chance to finally travel to the world.
I'll keep this for the rest of that world. This is how much it is.
Got my gear and started traveling the Overworld Positive X Highway. I wanted to get at least a few hundred blocks away from 0-0 in the Nether, just to avoid any player confrontations. After a few minutes of flying in the Overworld, I found a portal, went through it, and I spawned right on the Positive X Highway. Perfect. Now all I had to do was get my Elytrafly going, and I was finally on my way.
Hi, Marching Player. Jikak 4712.
But a few hours later, it was back up, and I was on my way yet again. The first part
I'll make you a moderator
bumpy. The highway was literally
for now.
withers. Funny enough, the blocks actually slowed me down more than the withers. And no later did I find my first player. He drank a speed potion of all things and started running. Yeah, I don't think that helped. I eventually caught up to him, dropped some gapples, and moved on. As far as I knew at the time, this Obsidian Highway goes on for at least 100,000 blocks in the Nether, and is mostly maintained by the Highway Workers Union, which recently replaced the IIS. Those random end crystals that are on the highway are actually traps for players who have auto crystal turned on. So if you're going down a highway...
What is Marrakesh?
At last, I got to 100,000 blocks out. Going through the portal, I found the remains of a mob grinder and this surprisingly intact farm. While I was there, I also decided to set my bed in this nearby cave. It's really important that I do this regularly on my journey, just in case I somehow get killed. Now back to...
Okay, now I have problems. If the hunger bar gets added, I need to eat every single time, otherwise I die.
100,000 more blocks, and the highway was still obsidian. 300k out, still obsidian. This is just nuts. As I kept going further out, I started to notice these little grass patches on the side of the highway. These are actually remnants from when pig spawners were a thing on the server. Pigs would only spawn from them if there was grass blocks nearby. Players would then use the pigs with the combination of entity speed to travel at insane speeds. But unfortunately, both pig spawners and entity speed were patched long ago, and these grass blocks are what remains. I kept flying further out, and the highway started becoming incredibly barren. Normally, there's tons of tunnels branching off from the main highway, but out here, there's next to none. But eventually, I got to the 1 million Nether milestone. And this is it. Yeah, so this is the 1 million milestone. No signs though. And down here, yeah, this is the remnants of the old 1 million milestone.
Oh, it's day 23.
Here on screen. I went into the overworld just to check it out. A lot of Burnsy's original builds have been briefed, and this is certainly no exception. But there was also this huge IIS logo. I guess they were the ones responsible for making the Obsidian Highway this far out.
Okay, I'll make this stone house that.
Finally ended.
Okay, I'll add this.
Wait,
AdSense.
this is it. This is the end of the Obby Tunnel. Yeah, I guess this is just where they stopped. This was a lot longer than what I originally thought, but I mean, jeez, 1 million blocks in the Nether of Obby. That is just insane. I'm just gonna leave a sign here. Being this far out, I started seeing some odd stuff on the highway, like this door to nowhere. Strange stuff. As I was flying,
Okay, this is the small house I'm going to make.
pictures was of a chicken on a tree, so I just couldn't help myself but to see if it was still there after all this time. Where did this spawn us? Alright. If that chicken is still there... No! Someone removed the exact block that chicken was on. What a shame. Are there any other chickens in the area? I don't think there are. Wow. Oh, there's a chicken down there though. Maybe that was the chicken. I guess we'll never know. So I moved on until I got to these coordinates. It doesn't look like anything would be here at first, but if you've been playing Minecraft for a while, you'll know that these are coordinates to what would be the Farlands. That bug from the game was patched in late 2011, so it doesn't exist, at least at this location. After traveling a bit further, I stopped at a strange chunk error. Apparently, this exists as a remnant to a teleportation exploit performed way back in the day on 2b2t. Other than that, there's not much known about it. Just a few hundred more blocks, and we're going to be at the halfway milestone. Oh, here it is. Oh my gosh. I can't believe this place is still intact.
Okay,
Let's jump down.
just come back later. Alright?
Oh gosh. Welcome to the MC Run Highway Landmark. 15K, halfway there. Yep, this highway, this landmark was certainly created by whoever this guy is. I guess this dude just spammed all of these signs here. Comparing this to Burnsy's screenshot, this looks almost exactly the same, with the exception of a few extra signs and some extra blocks. Oh man. Yeah, the halfway milestone looks pretty darn brief at first sight. And oh, that's a wither. Oh no. Okay, I'm just gonna fly up here just to get away from that thing. Whoa, what is that? Are those all buttons? Yeah, someone just straight up just spammed buttons all over the ground here. They look like perfectly placed.
Okay, there's no other stones in here, so
Yeah, it is a shame that a lot of this did get break,
I'll
but,
just...
I mean, that's just what happens on 2b2t. And here we go. Just as Burnsy said, the second half begins.
I will just...
As I kept flying, I passed by many small milestones built by Burnsy and the rest of the diggers. Now, a lot of these milestones have changed a lot over the years, so this milestone in particular was covered with obsidian, but if you actually look underneath it, you can see some remnants of the old milestone. But over the years, they just got more griefed and I guess just covered over. And here's a before and after picture just to get a glimpse of it. We are getting so close to 1/3 of the way there. And this is it. Not much of a milestone. Let's go through the portal here, see what's on the other side. Whoa. Oh, look at this. It's all half slabs. You know what? It's the Valley of Slabs. Look at the trees. They're made out of stone bricks. Oh, that's hilarious. Oh, there's some signs over here. Let's take a look at this. Wow. You got signs going all the way back to 27.
There's going to be 30 chests now.
Gamers only. Alright, back to the nether. We still got a long way to go. Alright, we are approaching 22,222,222. Wow, look at this place.
40
This
chests.
existed. There actually used to be
No way, 30
a
chests.
but I'm sure that was quickly destroyed.
This is a Trident double
It's
chest.
a lot better in my opinion. Alright, back to the grind.
Hey, Matosha, Demi. It's VIV.
Million nether milestone. I've heard this one should be pretty cool. Oh, here we are. And oh, it's not looking too good. Oh man, what a shame. With a lot of these milestones we've seen so far, this one is not looking much better. Well, I'll put up a picture of what this used to look like, but it was something that was really amazing at one point. Yeah, here in the overworld, the sign is still here. Somewhat intact. Most of the other stuff seems to be gone. Let me just free cam just to take a look here. Yeah, really nothing too much here, unfortunately. So, back to the nether. After this point, I realized I was getting very close to the overworld border. So, I decided for the final leg of the journey, I would stream it live on my YouTube channel. And surely enough, I finally arrived. Going through any of these portals will take me to the overworld border. I had to walk just around 100 more blocks, and there it was. The overworld border of 2b2t, 30 million blocks out. Seeing this for the first time, in person, was a surreal experience. After over 30 hours of sitting at my computer, I finally got what I deserved. Looking closer at the border, I found many names of players who also made the journey up here. Apparently how they were able to place blocks outside of the border goes something like this. You place blocks in the shape of what you want just inside the border. Then you use a boat to glitch yourself through the border and just place blocks beside the ones you already placed. So after experimenting a bit, I decided to leave my mark. And there it was. It's small, but it works. Traveling to the world border was quite the experience. It was very tedious, but I got to see a lot of really cool history along the way. So, was it worth it? Well, for making this video, yeah. But if you were just doing this casually, it depends. It takes forever to get out here, which can be a huge turnoff for most players. But once you're here, you could leave your mark, brag about it to your friends, and then you could always backtrack a bit and build a base in the tens of millions of blocks out, which would make it extremely secure. That's one of the most useful reasons I can think of for traveling this far out. But if you can think of anything else, let me know. Now, before I end off this video here, I want to answer one more question I've always had. How far does the Nether Highway go past the overworld border? There's really no practical reason to go further in the Nether, because if you make a portal past 3.75 million blocks, it will just spawn the portal back near the overworld border. But I wanted to find out anyways, so I started traveling yet again, and was immediately greeted with these very discouraging signs. No later did the 2x3 tunnel end, and I had to go the rest of the journey by foot. It looks like the tunnel used to end here, but was since expanded. So I traveled 25,000 more blocks in the Nether, and I got to this milestone. This sign pretty much says it all. A road to nowhere. I then traveled 25,000 more blocks, and the tunnel kept going. So I unfortunately decided to end it off here. I don't know how far it goes, but I can say that it goes at least 50k out from the world border. Maybe someone a little more dedicated than me can find the answer to this. But for now, I guess this is the end of the line for me. There's really nothing else I can do other than head back to spawn. Oh, I forgot I set a bed. Alright, take two. And there we go. Man, feels like I haven't seen this place in ages. 2B2T is a really old Minecraft server. The same map has been used since December of 2010, making it well over a decade old. With all that time that has passed, and the hundreds of thousands of players who joined and left, the server has certainly changed a lot. But today, I'm on a mission to actually see what hasn't changed. I've been given access to a bunch of 2011 2B2T screenshots with the coordinates showing. So why don't we go to where these screenshots were taken, and compare them to today to see what still remains. Let's start out with this screenshot, taken about 9 months after the server first opened, and you can see by the coordinates that this is less than 100 blocks from spawn. And look, there's still grass. But today, yeah, the whole area is just covered in water. And especially nowadays, spawn is changing every day, so not a single block in this image still exists today. So we're certainly gonna have to go further to see at least something. Here's a screenshot that's a good 1,000 blocks away, and it's underground. Maybe, just by chance, this one will be saved. No way. That's the same cobblestone in the back of the image. This is insane. How is this still here? Oh my gosh, and look at this.
I never noticed
This
that.
was so close to being destroyed by withers. Now,
How about this one? It's now better.
the Minecraft title screen. For 7 years, this was the panorama image that appeared. This was later changed in newer versions of the game, but for most of Minecraft's lifespan, this was the image you'd see every time you played Minecraft. But have you ever wondered what that image really is? Is it a real Minecraft world that you can generate? Well, let's not get too ahead of ourselves. Today, we have a lot to cover. Let's start with the history of the Minecraft title screen. In the early days, it wasn't anything too special. The background was just plain old dirt. But when Minecraft Beta 1.8 was released, the title screen was completely overhauled with a brand new moving panorama background. And it stuck. In fact, I'd say that it stuck around so long that almost every seasoned Minecraft player is certainly familiar with this particular title screen. And that's when a programmer by the name of Tom Latsko got the idea. After watching my video about the Pack.png project, he got inspired to also try to find the actual seed of the title screen image. At first glance, it almost seemed impossible. This image is so blurry that there couldn't be any way to get any useful information out of it. However, by looking into the game's files, you'll find this: 6 images that make up the title screen panorama. Here we can see a lot more detail, as the game itself creates a blur overlay when shown on the title screen. With those image files, Tom started to do some research to see if the idea was viable. Now, at first glance of the images, the terrain doesn't look like what you'd see in modern versions of Minecraft. If the seed was to be reverse engineered, it's crucial that it's known exactly which version of the game that this image was taken in. At first, this was a bit...
Okay, it's now night.
1.7 and 1.8, Notch was working on massive changes to the world generation system. If this image was taken sometime in between those versions, the chances of finding this image would be next to impossible, as the development versions of this world generator are pretty much non-existent. But luckily, this wasn't the case at all. It was as simple as taking a look at the image's metadata, which showed exactly when the image was saved: June 27th, 2011. Now this date is really important to know, as this was months before the Beta 1.8 pre-release was distributed, and even before Beta 1.7 was released. This pretty much confirms that the world generation system either had to be Beta 1.6 or Beta 1.7, as it was pretty much identical in both versions. Now that Tom knew that the project was viable, it was time to recruit the others and start looking for clues.
Alright. Okay, no one is
One
active.
technique that was used to confirm block placements was a simple program that overlaid the recreation with the original image. This was extremely helpful with the process of brute forcing terrain near the end of the project. As that was taking place, a big push was starting to be made to try to find exact coordinates of where the image was taken. 2 things were used. First, similarly to the Pack.png project, the clouds were used to find the Z direction. But what separates this the most from the Pack.png project is the fact that the image contains tall grass. That's right, the tall grass in this image was crucial for finding the exact coordinates of where this image was taken. Let me show you why. If you take a close look at tall grass in Minecraft, you can see that it's not always placed in the exact center of a block. It appears to be randomly offset by a few pixels. What's interesting is that these offsets are exactly the same for each world seed at a given coordinate. So it's not even random at all. The team used that to their advantage. The Z and Y coordinates were already found by Tom earlier using the cloud patterns. This now made it possible for him to search the remaining X coordinates manually by placing tall grass in a single-player world to hopefully find a match to what was seen in the image. And surely enough, it worked. This got him the exact coordinates of where this image was taken, which helps the whole team make reverse engineering the seed much easier. In that version of Minecraft where the panorama image was taken, there are 2 to the 48 different seeds that could exist, which is this number. That's just too many seeds to search through using terrain, so a good portion of them would certainly need to be ruled out. Earth Computer originally had the idea to use the trees to find chunk seeds, and then work from there to eventually find potential world seeds. However, that ended up not working out, and the team eventually realized that other aspects of the image would work better for reverse engineering the world seed. So one of the team members, Pseudogravity, looked a bit closer.
Okay, it's still
Noticed how the
D23.
colors of the tall grass were slightly different from each other. The reason for this has to do with the biome blending algorithm that was used in the game at the time. So Pseudogravity took the color values and the coordinates of all the tall grass in the vicinity and graphed them, as seen in this image. This was used to then eliminate every possible seed that didn't have that exact combination. This reduced the amount of seeds from 2 to the 48 down to 2 to the 36.4. Then there was this border between the desert and plains biome. That information was also taken advantage of, and reduced the amount of seeds down to 2 to the 23.5. At this point, enough seeds were ruled out to finally be able to brute force the terrain itself. This process usually takes a very long time, about 1,000 to 5,000 seeds per second on a typical CPU. So it was crucial that the seeds were reduced down to just a few million. Then it happened. They found the seed, and they were really lucky with this one too. After searching through only 12% of the remaining seeds, the exact one was found. Actually, it was two. That was completely by chance, as some worlds have multiple valid seeds. So here we go. I have Minecraft 1.7 loaded up, and let's generate this seed. Now I just have to walk to the coordinates, and there it is. It's actually real. This is the actual world that is on the Minecraft title screen, and now anyone is able to play on that exact map, and it's all thanks to these Earth Computer for creating a mod to replicate beta tallgrass offsets. Helped a lot with writing the final seed cracker. Cortex for also helping write the seed and terrain cracker. Dutchin18 for writing the CubeMap mod used for the recreation overlay and helping reverse engineer and test tall grass climate values. Neil for creating code that helped crack the terrain. Tom Latzko for starting the project by finding the Minecraft version and coordinates, as well as making the recreation overlay website. Pseudogravity for measuring the colors of the tall grass and for writing the program that reverse maps the colors into ranges of possible climate values. There were many other great people that helped with the project, and the full list can be seen in the video description. I also want to thank the contributors to the Minecraft at Home project. A good portion of the processing power used for the project came from the volunteers that contributed their resources to Minecraft at Home. 54.5 exaflops of processing power ended up being used. And if you want to contribute some of your extra computing power to future projects that Minecraft at Home has to offer, like finding, it started as a simple question. After seeing this image countless times when playing Minecraft, I had to know, where was it taken? What is the seed to this iconic mountain image? Well, after 8 months of searching, I'm happy to announce that the seed to pack.png has finally been discovered. So here it is. Seemingly impossible happened. A seed to an image that was only 128 by 128 pixels was discovered. Getting to this point was no easy feat, to say the least. It took the help of literally thousands of people to pull this off. There were people who made recreations, AI image upscalers. We had developers, and even volunteers who collectively allocated their graphics cards to brute force
Damn it!
281 trillion different world scenes. I would have never thought that a project of this magnitude would be sparked from a simple video that was posted 8 months ago. To see this all unfold was certainly an experience on its own. So how was pack.png actually found? Well, let's just say that a lot of different techniques were tried, but most ended up in dead ends. One of the potential methods I mentioned in my last pack.png video involved using tree positions to gather a list of potential chunk seeds, which would have eventually been converted into potential world seeds. However, due to the sheer amount of chunk seeds and other complications with things like finding the chunk borders and getting the coordinates, it ended up not being a viable option. After this, the project stagnated. Ideas were running low and enthusiasm diminished.
Oh, it's now day 24.
New seed finding project arose, the Minecraft title screen. This project innovated in so many different ways that were never even thought of during the original phase of the pack.png project. One of the biggest innovations was building a recreation with the help of a live overlay. This was extremely useful for finding the exact block placements when compared to the original title screen image. However, with pack.png, aligning the view perfectly wasn't so easy this time around. A few extra things were needed. The resolution of the original screenshot, the cropped size of the image, the position of the crop, the camera angle, and camera position. First off, getting the original screenshot resolution was not an easy task in and of itself. Kay and Polymetric gathered a few screenshots and videos that were made by Notch around the same time Hack.png was added to the game. And while they concluded Notch most likely used a 1600 by 1200 monitor, his game window wasn't...
Bro, this is not stuff. I know, Nicholas Gavor. I'll make you moderator.
Changed the size of his taskbar quite often. From there, the image was cropped down to 512 by 512 pixels, and then downscaled to 128 pixels, which is what was used in the game. This was discovered by Tom Latsko when he studied the pixelated borders of the cloud in the original image. He found out that the color blending at the edges perfectly matched that of a 4 times downscale. That information was then used to reverse the effects of the downscaling and bring many parts of the image back to their original resolution. This ended up helping with another effort that was currently going on, finding the exact camera perspective that this image was taken in. There were earlier attempts made by pseudogravity to figure out the camera angle mathematically, but this proved insufficient, and a better approach was needed. So he and another team member, Pathos, used a method called regression fitting, which used a bunch of math to gradually fine-tune all the different parameters.
I'll be back in a sec.
This algorithm attempted to find the camera position, rotation, and the cropping origin by aligning the perspective with 318 marked corner points on the image. This was a lengthy process with multiple attempts made, but the final result was a nearly sub-pixel perfect recreation of the image. This was crucial for determining some otherwise unrecognizable blocks in the recreation, as well as figuring out the exact z-coordinate by using the clouds. Clouds in Minecraft only move on one axis, and while it was difficult to pin down from such a distance, the pixel-perfect perspective made it possible in the end. While getting the z-coordinate was a hard but possible task, getting the exact x-coordinate...
I'm back. Oh, hey, you're back, I'm Cypher. What took you so long?
Kill's x-coordinate. Earth Computer, however, was able to write a program to rule out about half of the x-coordinates by using the dirt and stone patterns visible on
Oh, hey, welcome back, Me2923.
terrain generation. The thickness of the dirt layer at any particular point is mostly determined by Perlin noise maps, which depends on the world scene. But Minecraft also adds an additional bit of randomness to the dirt thickness, which acts
Oh, yeah.
small bumps and dips. Luckily enough, this process...
Did you went outside for maybe like 45 minutes or 30 minutes?
This extra source of randomness is the exact same for every world. For a while, a 50% reduction was all that was thought to be possible, but then pseudogravity found that he could do better by using a statistical approach instead. He simulated millions of seeds at different coordinates, and found that these tiny changes in the dirt thicknesses just enough information to not only confirm the z-coordinate, but also reveal the x-coordinate as well. Now that the team had the exact coordinates of where the hill was located, it was time to figure out the world scene. How it was done was actually pretty straightforward. If we look below the mountain, and especially under the water, there's patterns of dirt and sand. These patterns are different for each world scene. By creating extremely optimized code, the entire list of possible world scenes, 2 to the 48, can be searched through to find which world scenes match to the scene.
I don't make a server, but
It's certainly possible.
I actually do have a
It
world.
would still take years for any single person's computer to process them all. That's where the Minecraft at Home Moink project comes in. Moink is a piece of software that allows anyone to contribute their computing power to one singular project. So Moisanic took the code and implemented it into Moink so that anyone with a powerful enough NVIDIA GPU can contribute. And boy, did they...
Oh yeah.
At one point, we had
Oh yeah. You had a lot of things. So what did you do?
Power is reaching supercomputer status. In the end, the team was left with around 700,000 world seeds that matched the dirt and sand combination. These were then narrowed down with a less efficient but more accurate seed checker that took into account the shape of the terrain. Since 700,000 seeds isn't really that much, Cortex decided to run the final program on his computer. The program started searching through all 700,000 seeds. At 20%,
Wait.
no seed. 50%, nothing. 80%, nada. As it kept creeping closer to 100, everyone started to get worried. What if one of the coordinates was wrong? What if we missed a block? Right as it was creeping to 95% completion, this happened.
Oh my god.
This was actually the sound that played on Cortex's computer when the seed was found. And trust me, it was a lot louder on his end. But there it was. The pack.png image was now found at 4 o'clock in the morning. Thank God I was awake because it was a Friday night and I was just getting home from a night out with some friends. As I sat down at my desk, I checked my Discord like I always do, and I saw a message from Cactus, one of the major contributors to the social aspect of the Pack.png project. She told me that Pack.png was found. I knew immediately that I had to tell as many people as possible, so I dashed to Twitter and announced it to everyone. I also made an announcement on my Discord server shortly after, but nonetheless, we got
Okay,
it.
I'm
Sure
going to
took
say
a while, but it was well
I just went with my dog and played with him. Then I just chilled and went home. My dog is a 6-month German Shepherd.
as there's literally thousands of
Nice.
So in the description, I'll have a full list of credits for anyone who contributed to the project. If you've ever played Minecraft Java Edition, you probably recognize the
It's lagging once again. Yeah, this is nostalgia. Oh hey! Oh hey! Victorek. Or Freak. It's Victor, right? You've got mail. Well, this is fire. I don't have a display name in single player. There's no display names in single player. Okay, I'm talking to Victor. There is no display name in single player. How'd you remember? What Broski? That is not my name. Broski is not my name. Oh, nice. Oh, nice. I don't have a display name Broski. I swear I don't have Broski in my display name. Now the Windows. Yeah. It's turning night. Two thousands. Yeah. Millennium Edition. Or I'll call it Mistake Edition. Windows Millennial. Or as I was to call it, Windows Mistake. What, there's this XP. Yeah, that classic. I do it. I'm not your niche. However, hi, Slam not or B. Check mark. Check mark acquired. For control button. Because every foreign game days I switch versions, you know? That is the Minecraft challenge. Hi, I'm Chipper Bro. And what do you want? Let me type to that link. I'll go quick. Okay, I don't have time. Vista. Oh, there's Microsoft Defender. I mean Microsoft Defender. No. Yes. I'll check on that link if live ends. Yeah, me too. But This is Windows Vista. When, not if. Oh, Windows VII means Windows 7. Yes, this is Windows 7. Now would you look at that? This is what I use for my Windows 10. Microsoft Word 2010, Excel 2010, and PowerPoint 2010. Don't tell, because these things are more than 15 years old. It's 15 years old. Yeah. I also have it in my Windows 10 old computer. Oh, it's almost Windows 8. Boyo. Pin. Got pinned. No problemo. Get my app refresh, bro. Now, isn't there calculator on System 32? Because there's one. Okay, this is the house that I'm finished, and I'm blind. If disrespecting, disrespecting is also against the rules. Why does... It's removed. Besides, I'm the owner. I can do what I'm the streamer. I can delete comments whenever I want. Okay, this is the right limit. Nah. Well, I got stacks, like... I have 78. 78, what was it again? Oh yeah, 78 are just... Yeah. Okay, I need to complete because I need to mine stone. Wait, correcting the sentence is not disrespecting. This is not disrespect. Correct it and your comment is fine. Try to correct your name. If you correct, then your message is fine. Your comment is fine. Yeah, this was my mining trip. I'm going to do this as a joke. Axe. I forgot there was sign there! Damn it! Windows 11. This is what I use. I forgot signs can't be stacked. No. Cobra. Oh, it's day 25. Time to switch versions. It's alpha 1.0.17_2. You can see here. Wait, I have a great idea. This is what it is now. Ooh, this one is interesting by Trey Albert.
Minecraft once had a crazy update that lasted for only 24 hours. In this update, you could write anything in a book, throw it in another portal, and completely change its color and what dimension would be inside. There are literally infinite possibilities, so I'm going to be surviving the next 100 days in this version of Hardcore Minecraft. Don't forget to leave a like, hit the subscribe button, and enjoy the video. On day 1, I did all the basics of Minecraft by gathering wood, making some tools, and grabbing as much iron as I could. And then... oh my gosh! Then after crafting a full set of iron armor, I got myself some food and...
I don't need a OBS Studio. You can make lives on mobile.
to stay safe from the piglins. Then I got a whole bunch of ender pearls. On day 3, I collected a few materials we would use to craft all the books we'd need in the future. I also stumbled upon a village and figured we should build our base close so we could do villager trading and have quick access to food. I think we'll set up our actual base maybe up here in the forest because I like that color of grass better. Then on day 4, I started clearing out some trees to make room for our base. I plan to have a giant hallway with so many portals to all different dimensions we discovered. I set up some chests, furnace, and a crafting table and started a small farm so we don't go hungry. I started off day 5 by stealing from the village, as we all do. Okay, it's not just me. But my
Oops.
karma came quickly because that night I was harassed by roughly 7 trillion spiders. I even tried to big run the situation and tame a dog who did fight to help me, and it literally...
For resolution is just maybe like the phone's resolution.
Then it decided to help me kill the spider.
It's literally like the phone's
On
resolution.
day 6, I crafted
And
myself some iron tools and headed
You don't need to brag about me downloading OBS Studio. If you do this again, then you're in timeout.
With a
Sorry.
portal, I headed inside. This dimension was insane. Blue and green skies, thousands of floating fossils in the air.
Oh great! My iron axe broke.
And dangerous. After exploring a bit, I saw a bunch of end ships and decided to go grab an elytra, which would be so OP for the early game like this. And as I was digging to get to the treasure room of the end ship, this happened. It took me long to get up. I decided it wasn't worth the time to try to loot this end ship, so I decided to leave, but this time I wisened up and went to one of the ships that was in the air instead of under the ground, so I wouldn't have to break any blocks. And... no. And on top of it all, I almost lost the challenge on day 7. Apparently, in this dimension, even though there's a water in here, I can't place down water because it's too hot like the nether. I'm leaving. All I did on day 8 was I hit the mines and found myself some diamonds. This was great because we could actually finally mine obsidian. Still in the mines on day 9, I did gather some obsidian.
Why is it not falling?
Then I crafted our first enchanting table and got basic level 1 enchants.
Oh, that was satisfying.
As day 10 came around, I decided it was time to start
Okay.
a great portal.
You're in timeout, buddy, for 10 minutes.
And built our first real portal. one goal we have is to find a dimension full of diamonds. So this dimension we're calling Diamonds Please, and it gave us a nice blue portal. This could be a good sign. On day 11, we headed into the dimension, and no diamonds. But there was something interesting here. Wait. Absolutely not. Are you kidding me? Yeah, so apparently dragons can naturally spawn in this dimension, so I got out of there as quickly as possible and covered the portal in iron bars so I never accidentally go in there again. And then I decorated it to be all cute and stuff. Day 12, I gathered a bunch of obsidian and built a new portal. I left this one as just a normal nether portal for now so I could go in and grab some cords for observers. Since I want to build an automatic chicken farm, easy food and feathers.
Great, it broke.
After I was nearly done with the farm, I realized I was following a Bedrock tutorial and I'm playing on Java, and that's why the farm wasn't working, so I had to start over. On day 13, I made a quick and easy cow farm for leather and decided to risk it and hope for some netherite in a new dimension. I headed in, and all of a sudden, I was hearing this agitating noise of trapdoors over and over and over and over again. It never stops. I didn't want to stay in here any longer than I had to, but there were some blocks in here I hadn't seen in our main world yet, so I quickly gathered them before heading home. Back home on day 14, I built another portal with our leftover obsidian and called this one Gold, hoping to find some gold for infinite golden apples and pigment tree. But inside the dimension was definitely not gold. In fact, there was hardly anything at all besides a creepy looking ocean. Luckily though, there were a bunch of fossils in a safe spot for me to collect, which let us get a bunch of bone meal so we can stop worrying about food for quite a while. On day 15, I built yet another portal, and for this dimension, I just keyboard spammed and hoped for the best. And it actually worked. Oh my god, yes! In this dimension were so many emerald blocks. With our base being right next to a village, this basically meant infinite diamond tools, armor, enchants, food, everything. I had to deal with a horde of silverfish on the way back, but luckily I survived with minimal damage taken. With our new emeralds, I headed straight to the village and trapped 3
Okay,
villagers.
great.
Into a toolsmith, armorer, and
Great. 25 days.
trades, we'll be able to max them out and get fully set up in diamond armor and with diamond tools. While we wait though, I spent the rest
This
of the
is not low quality. This is not low quality.
I set it up
It's a bit blurred, but it has great resolution.
portal for more
And on mobile.
This time, what I put in the book is probably the best thing of all time. Subscribe.
I'll remove your
Just like you should
comment.
right now, because this video literally took months to make. Even though the portal ended up being an ugly color, the inside looks insane. A Sky Island jungle biome with a flashing red sky and purple stone. Though it was infested with a ton of mobs, so I quickly grabbed some blocks to decorate the portal with before heading back home.
1.
The next day, I had to sell
What?
out and remind you to
One.
like the video if you're enjoying it. It helps the channel out a lot, so I really appreciate it. Inside this dimension, it literally crashed my game. So if anything deserves a like, I think this does. Coming back from that, on day 19, it was a pretty chill day, and I just gathered some more resources. On day 20, I was back on the grind at leveling up my villagers, and we finally unlocked the trades to get ourselves a full set of enchanted diamond armor. I even grabbed some bookshelves from the librarian villager and finally set up an enchanting station. I disenchanted our diamond chestplate and used our 30 levels to enchant it again. We got the perfect diamond chestplate with protection 4 and unbreaking 3. The only thing we need left on it is mending, but we'll
Flymaster FM0.
unlock the trade for a diamond.
How did you got your under review for saying gibberish?
I headed into the caves for a while to mine for
Okay, I'm gonna say it. Flymaster FN0. How did your comment was under review for saying gibberish?
Yeah, we were running kind of low. To head off the day, I thought it'd be a good idea to try out a new dimension. I decided to name it after a cool Pokemon, Snorlax. But this was a mistake. The second I got in there, my frame rate started tanking, and of course, my game crashed again. After I relogged, I got out of there, and I covered it up with iron bars and vowed to never make a mistake like that again by naming a dimension after a Pokemon. So the next day, I woke up bright and early
Okay.
and I worked right away making another Pokemon-themed dimension. This one I named after Pikachu, so it's gonna be good, right? Shocker? No, it wasn't. This might even be worse than the last one.
Okay, so
I couldn't see a thing. Not wanting to risk it, I left right away. But last time we met,
It's not shown.
that's where we got all of our emeralds.
I'm not
Let's
joking.
try that again. I also set up a dimension with Happy Birthday as the bug that we would try another day. The keyboard stand dimension was nothing special. It was a good place to get some sand, but other than that, it was pretty standard. There was quite a few mobs in here too, so I quickly gathered some blocks and cacti before
It did not show it. Sorry.
trying out so many new dimensions lately that I spent day 24 just doing a bit of building and making the portal hallway look a bit nicer. Then on day 25, I gathered a
I'll unpin it so I'm Cypher Bro can do it again.
On day 26, I finally headed into the Happy Birthday dimension that we made a couple days ago. On the inside was a crazy void world full of thousands and thousands of chests. The loot in them was the same loot from a starter chest you can enable when creating a new world, so nothing too special. Off in the distance though, I spotted a giant zombie and some weird small white structure.
I'm going to
I decided to go check it
add
out.
a
So I closed
wall.
it was just an igloo, and those have nothing special in them. So I decided to head home because it was getting really dangerous, especially with the phantoms respawning and attacking me, and I'm fine. On day 27, I want to continue the streak of doing keyboard spam dimensions and then being amazing twice. This dimension wasn't necessarily bad, but I didn't have anything good really for us either. So I just gathered a few blocks to decorate the portal with.
Because the one I did, I would.
It was green and blue.
Because this account called I'm Cypher was in timeout for 10 minutes.
My own. I put my name in the book and threw it in the portal and headed inside. This whole dimension is a sky island.
Okay, if you will make that comment with the rules again, I will pin your
This
comment.
one actually had real loot in it. But
Don't worry, it will be back soon.
So
Here it is.
day 28,
Here is the milestone area.
obviously I called it dirt. And while inside this dimension didn't have any iron, gold, diamonds, or anything like
Okay,
that,
let's-
it is definitely one of the coolest dimensions I've seen by far. A crazy purple sky and these floating ice spike biomes. This dimension is
Oops.
definitely in my top 10 for looks. I took a
Better.
look at the break
Now that's
and I'm
better.
interested to build a building. Back to dimension hopping on day 30, I started out calling this one 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And it was probably the most dangerous dimension we've been to yet. The world was full of gas everywhere. They immediately broke my portal with their fireballs.
Here it is. Welcome to milestone area.
There for any long-
I'll add some torches to make it more. Okay. Now it's pinned.
Luckily, I was able
You're happy? You're happy now?
and went into the next, called life, because we're literally living. Inside, I looked down and it was a sea full of lapis blocks. Oh wait, these are literally diamonds. We did it. We found our first dimension full of diamond blocks. This is more diamond blocks than I've seen in my entire life. And even with infinite
No
dimensions,
problemo.
this is the craziest dimension we find. But I'm getting ahead of myself. To end off the day, I decorated the portal with diamond blocks, obviously, because we're rich now, so we gotta show it. On day 31, I went back to some dimensions we've already been in to gather a few blocks to decorate their portals, so we don't get things confused and mixed up. Day 32, I also spent grinding for a few materials. I was getting short on wood and ink sacks for books, and I even crafted myself a diamond shovel with our new diamonds, and put a simple enchantment on it. I woke up on day 33, happy and ready to start the day, and then... But I wasn't gonna let that stop me. I quickly gathered everything back into my storage, repaired the floor, and headed it over to our village. I wanted to start bringing the villagers over to our base for easier access.
Okay, so on this server right now. Okay.
For the next couple days, I wanted to start expanding the portal hallway, so I began carving away at a hill that was in our way, and I added a second floor. After all the building, I saw the most unfortunate thing that could ever happen. The minecart that used to hold our villager empty. Our villager had been eaten alive by zombies during the night, and I didn't even notice. He will not be forgotten. I spent all of day 37 grinding for more obsidian for as many new players as possible.
The Treeover forgot about when villager despawned?
Recording day 30,
No way. Okay, I'll do it. Okay, I'll do.
try some of my friends make.
Okay, I'll do what you are requesting.
The first time I tried was melon.
Okay, I'll do what you're requesting, Flame Master FM0.
The cool part though was the lighting swap between orange, my favorite color, and
Cal, what are you doing with my house? Get away!
eat it.
Oh my god, it's literally telling us to eat it.
Moving on day 39 was the day I tried out my next friend's dimension, Natrix. I'll just be honest and say that while Natrix Dimension looked cool at first with all these cool pink beacons, those disappeared after like 3 seconds, and then it was just pretty boring in here. Nothing too special. Sorry, Natrix.
Viewers.
I was running out of feathers to craft booking clothes for new dimensions because my automatic chicken farm was just too slow. So at the end of day 40, I caved and just put up a fence and threw some chickens.
I'll put these arms for these viewers.
Later,
For viewers.
my time. Then I created the dimension named after my other friend, Griffin. I put Gantz in the book since that's his username, and this dimension sucked. It looked ugly and had this annoying lava extinguishing sound all the time.
Okay, it's by Visser. It's by Top Fans. I'll make 10 ones. But first I need 10
With his real name, Griffin.
sticks.
Honestly,
Get
this
it?
dimension was even worse.
This is not funny.
And the world is made up of glass panes. One wrong jump and I fall right into the void. I was immediately over it and I left right away. No offense, Griffin, but both of your dimensions sucked and I'm never going into them ever again. But on day 42, our bad luck finally ran out. I walked into a new dimension and it looked crazy, with so many colors and almost a rainbow-looking light. But best of all,
Oh great, it does not stack.
finally, we can get nether.
Horrible.
This dimension also had a huge lava ocean where it's literally raining lava from above. This has to be one of the coolest dimensions we've seen so far, but this still isn't even the craziest dimension you'll see. Obviously, on day 43, I immediately upgraded our diamond armor and pickaxe to netherite. On day 44, I made another portal for a new dimension, and we got another amazing dimension back to back. I didn't think this one seemed special at first, but then I realized, with the entire ground made of quartz, this is essentially infinite XP. I grinded up to level 30 and headed home. Before enchanting though, on day 45, I grinded for a lot more obsidian for more portals. On day 46, I put that obsidian to use and built another portal to another dimension. And this one, honestly, didn't really have anything cool. Kind of broke our streak of getting awesomeness back to back, but it at least had some coal blocks around, so we wouldn't have to worry about fueling our furnaces for quite a while. On day 47, I realized I still hadn't used those 30 levels I grinded for, so I decided to enchant a diamond shovel and got efficiency 4. Then I spent the next few days digging up dirt and clearing land and building the third and final floor to the portal hallway. Once this is done being built, it literally looks insane. But we're not there quite yet. To end off day 50, which is officially the halfway mark to our challenge, I figured it was about time we tried out the Minecraft dimension. And it sucked. I don't know why they didn't specifically code it so their own dimension was cool, but nope, it was so boring. It had Endermen, so if we needed more Ender Pearls, we could always come here. But for now, I just liked that the portal looked black and spooky, so it added some atmosphere to the portal hallway. Hoping to get back on our good luck streak with dimensions, I decided to beg for iron in the book before throwing it into the portal. When I got into the portal, I saw something even better than iron.
Marching Pie.
Full of diamond blocks. We already had a dimension before with just a sea of diamond blocks, but now we have an entire world.
Okay, I need more. Okay, I need more wood.
The next dimension I named after
I'll use my
anybody who's used a calculator
axe.
before.
Okay, I'll use my axe.
It was
Wait!
insane mighting, thousands of all over, but no special
My brain had a great idea.
I only needed those to decorate the portal, so
I can make a tree farm that is a 3x3 grid,
on day 53,
and it's and there's 4 trees.
that was constantly playing an annoying noise.
That my brain had a great idea.
Just some blocks
Let's do it.
But that's when I noticed something. A single chest floating alone in the void. What could be in the chest? Diamonds, gold, netherite? I had to find out. I bridged my way over the void extremely dangerously. And while I was doing that, I realized there was a lot more chests out there. Not just the one I had in my eye. Once I finally got to the
Okay, I'll add it once I complete it.
for some raw salmon and a wood.
Right now I need wood
I created a
very badly.
This one was actually really cool. It had green star particles everywhere and had a really cool blue sky. Okay, I know the sky is normally blue, but like this is a cooler. I learned from my previous mistakes, and after bridging over to one of the islands, I tried placing down my water first before just trying to MLG down. And good thing I did, because water does not work in here. So I just jumped down without water anyway, and it was an island full of stripped oak blocks, which is perfect, since that was a big part of what we were building the portal hallway out of. So I grabbed a bunch of those and headed home. On day 55, I made a dimension called Map for some reason, and I went in. Everything looked all nice and good and normal.
There is no way I'm going to reach 100 million subscribers. It will take 100 years or even more.
Was infested with silverfish. If I stayed in there any longer, the floor would be broken out from.
I will not have even mouse subscribers as
I
T-Series.
wanted to level up my gear a bit, so I took my enchanting setup and moved it into our XP dimension. After mining some quartz for a while, I used the levels to enchant a few diamond swords, combining them to get the perfect sword.
Yeah, T-Series has millions of subscribers. I only have 100.
Big sword to work, and killed some of our chickens, cows, and squid to gather materials for more bucking quills, since we needed them for new dimensions. And to end
I add torches and I'll add torches for the arms.
was one layer thick of concrete, and then the void under it.
Oh, that is better.
The dimension I went to on day 85, though, I named Library, and inside was a giant, infinite library. But these bookshelves weren't normal bookshelves. I broke one and picked it up, and it was called a Box of Infinite Bookshelves. I realized when you right-click these, a book pops out, which is full of random text. I think it'd be a good idea to see what dimensions these books lead to. So on the next day, I did just that. In this dimension, it looked like a normal Minecraft world, but tinted red. This world was also infested with silverfish, and since there were no new blocks needed here, it was just like a normal world, I left that place ASAP. On day 60, I decided to try one more book from the Infinite Bookshelves to see if it would get us anything good. This dimension was definitely more unique than the last one. Being a fully colored floating island mesa, it definitely looked pretty cool, but it was infested with mobs. So it was time to head out. For the next couple of days, I felt like we needed a break from making new dimensions and needed to upgrade our gear and our
It's now day 26.
making an area under the portal hallway.
Okay,
A
let's
bit nicer and turned it into a little fenced area and moved our
Marchant
there.
Pie.
The old pen was in the way of where the portal hallway would be expanded. Then I stopped by the village and shuffled one of the villagers' trades until we got to Sal's vending place. I grabbed
Okay, there is
our XP dimension.
it's Nicholas.
We're
Game.
currently netherite, so I put mending on those first.
Okay.
Mine quartz for so many levels.
Schlaminator B.
And silk touch. I enchanted a diamond pickaxe and got efficiency 4 and unbreakable 3. Then I enchanted our netherite boots and put mending on it. I wasn't quite done yet. I mined some more quartz and enchanted a few books and a diamond shovel. We had a pretty good enchantment on it, so I took it back to the overworld to turn it into netherite and put one of our new efficiency
Katarzyna Mary.
to celebrate our newly leveled up.
And lastly,
all of our chickens
Flied Master
near our cows. I also got like 9 chickens from 9 eggs.
FM0.
We're back into the search of a dimension for more netherite. We technically found one, but it was ancient debris, and it was so sparse we still don't have enough.
Okay,
Netherite gear. We went
here are the list of viewers.
terrain. There was nothing too special.
There is 10 right now.
Portal, and
So I might check if it gets more. So wait, I'm gonna say this. It's raining, it's pouring, the old man is snoring. He went to bed and bumped his head and he couldn't get up in the morning. Did you put me?
So after a day of gathering obsidian,
I can see your name, bro.
portals take a lot of obsidian. Okay, I don't have to tell you.
Okay, I also put it you. Okay, I'm gonna say it. I put it you, I'm Cypher.
And this is it.
There's just only 10 viewers right now.
I didn't really have a use for it in mind, but if we decided to spend our remaining 35 days dreading the ocean monument, now we can. After this dimension, though,
Okay, this is what it looks like right now.
created a dimension from a book with the red written in it, and through this portal might be the best dimension
Yeah.
we've found yet. If we found a dimension made it almost
I pronounced Cypher correctly.
fully outfit our gear to nether,
Okay,
but still
I need more stone because I need more.
dimension we end up finding. But we'll get to that later.
What do you want?
In a huge stroke of luck, the next dimension I tried, also named after a color, green this time, was even better than what we just saw. An entire dimension full of netherite blocks. Finally, we'd be able to fully upgrade all of our gear.
Yeah. I like to call you now Cypher. It's a short form of your channel.
On day 67, I expanded the portal hallway a bit to make room for our next portal.
I meant it's a short name of your channel, which is Cypher. It's Mind Stone.
Whoa, 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 whoa. I was immediately blinded, poisoned, and I couldn't place blocks. I was so close to death, but once the blindness wore off for a bit, I was able to see that this world was the exact same as our world, with the village and everything. But this world was toxic and corrupt. There was nothing here I needed, and I really didn't want to die, and this world was scaring me. So I went back to our room. On day 68, I discovered a dimension with an unreasonable amount of zombie villagers. And even more emeralds.
Okay, let's get a lot of stone.
Villager, rest in peace. Maybe we'll use this dimension to set up a new villager trading. At this point, our portal
To have to finish my house. PS2, yeah, the classic console back in 2000.
That hopefully is not in any dictionary. And this dimension turned out to just be a void world. Next, I created a dimension called Terminal, which looks just like another void world until you realize it's actually a world full of black concrete. After that, I created a sponge dimension, and this almost ended our hardcore world. Right next to where the portal spawned was a one-block hole all the way down to the void that I nearly fell in. Luckily, I was able to avoid it and live another day. I made a dimension called Slime after that, which obviously was just full of
Let's do
dimension
it.
is where things got interesting again. I created a dimension named Skygrid, and inside was a Sky Grid. This dimension was risky. One wrong move and I fell all the way down to the void and lose our world. But not only did this place have literally every single
I will try to
even spawners, but it even had some exclusive blocks we've never seen before. First, we grabbed this block that looked like lime and black flashing concrete, and it was called Cursor for some reason. I also saw another stair in this dimension, so of course I had to go get it. When I picked it up, I realized it had a very fitting name of Swaggiest Stairs Ever, and I have to admit, I fully agree with that. Before we leave this place though, I grabbed one of the shulker boxes that was here and I bounced. It had been a while since we upgraded our gear, so on day 72, I brought our netherite blocks and went back to our XP dimension. There, I got a Silk Touch book and
let's get crazy with the stone. Yeah.
another mending book from our villager to fully max out this pickaxe. And even granted some more XP to repair it all the way. Our gear is nearly fully maxed out now. On day 73, I just did a little building to make the portal hallway look a bit nicer. With the hallway full of portals now, I decided to get rid of some of the dimensions.
Okay, it's getting crazy now.
First, I created a dimension called Shapes. And inside was random floating shapes made of different colored glass, wool, carpet, concrete, everything like that. This was perfect because we need all these colored blocks to build and decorate the portal hallway. So I spent the rest of the day gathering up some concrete.
Let's mine with some. Well, let's mine. And let's change how it
And with
looks.
that, I started on actually building the building that would be the portal hallway. Since we had access to full-on
Oh, now that's
I
better.
wanted to use them in the build so it would look pretty rich. So I spent most of the day gathering.
Okay.
And then started on the actual building. Then I spent the next.
Oh yeah, it's from like the Minecraft movie trailer.
Netherite blocks for these big pillars.
Oh yeah, during the law. Also, when I was.
Coral, stone, and andesite for most of them.
Also, when I was from this. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. When it was released, I actually watched a movie called 1 in a Million. Yeah, that is literally the name if it's translated to English. It's about a kid that broke his bones. Broken his bones a lot of times in his lifetime.
It took forever to build, but I think it turned out pretty great. With less than 10 days left before we hit day 100 and fight the Ender Dragon, there were still a few things left on our to-do list. Finish maxing out our gear, collect any last-minute OP items like
It's just a boring house.
last-minute OP gear. I headed into a new dimension I named 1, and immediately we were off to a scary start. Not only did this place look scary with its color scheme and lighting, but a rapid.
I already built 3 houses. The secret island house, my main house, and wait, what was it again? Oh yeah. All right. And this stone house, which is my main house, number 2.
After that near-death experience,
Let's add cobblestone there.
With protection 4, Unbreaking 3, and 90. So
Yeah.
that's what I did.
This is what it looks like right now.
Midway through the process of disenchanting,
Okay,
re-enchanting,
let's make
the
it,
perfect enchant, I realized
this,
wasting all this wood, it was a
it's
really
just going to be not this large, it's just going to be,
While I was doing that though, I got attacked by
wait, I can create
out of nowhere.
wait, I can create a furnace. I'll make a furnace right there.
Like, where did they come from? Why did this happen? I don't even know. After that night ended, I finished adding in the quartz and it was.
And I'll place a chest right there.
I got back to the XP
Now let's get some coal and just two.
And finished up for the day. On day 59, we got back to dimension hopping to get any last minute OP gear.
Yeah, you just build a stupid autocorrect.
Insane.
How stupid it is.
And even a new biome we hadn't
Ooh,
seen yet.
wait, I can create something? Wait, I think that fence gates are already added, right? I meant fences are added.
This was just another dimension with about 1 billion.
Yeah,
So there was
I'm right.
here, dimension
There are fences in Minecraft. So I'll build a nice area.
The chests that spawned weren't starter loot chests, but these were actual mineshaft chests. The first one I opened even had an enchanted golden apple. This is perfect.
Let's make pour. Okay, we'll pour some water there. I don't have an iron bucket, so. I don't have an iron bucket. I don't have a bucket, so.
A bunch of chests stacked in pillars.
It's sad.
These are just starter chests again, so nothing too special. On day 97, though, we found exactly what we'd been looking for. At first, this dimension looked like a flop, just full of nothing I needed, but as I was looking around before leaving, I noticed something in the distance. We had seen fleets of Enches before, but this time, I saw one all on its own, and it was accompanied by an End City. We'd never seen an End City before, so I figured this End ship must have actual loot inside it, which meant...
Hi, Jolanta Janus EAP. I'll make your sign there because you joined.
Spawn anywhere else in this dimension, except for the shulkers inside the End City, so this meant the city had hundreds of shulkers inside it, which made it very dangerous. I slowly but surely made my way through the city. Luckily, we had just upgraded our armor to all prop 4, so...
Great! I need more wood.
Shulkers also meant we were picking up so many shulker shells for shulker bombs.
Okay, I'll make this tree. Okay, I'll make a tree farm.
This was real.
Okay, I'm not joking. This is a real farm.
Real too. I made my way up and used an ender pearl to teleport to the engine.
Okay, I'm going to make.
Finally got an elytra. This is now everything we needed to have the perfect ender dragon fight.
Oh, great! I'm running out.
Once we got home, we thought another
Damn
fight,
it.
So we know they wouldn't break. And then
Okay, I need.
fire arrows.
Wait, I mean, you can't place
We headed into the nether to get
there. You can't place wood there. So,
on day 99, we
uh-oh.
and through our
Uh-oh.
eye of ender to find the stronghold.
It's filling it with water. I have to force to fill it with water.
And finally, we filled the portal to the end and jumped inside the
Ugh.
dragon.
I am trying to. Ugh. Come on. I can do it.
Yes! And with that, after 100 days, almost every year for over a decade, there has been an April Fool's update for Minecraft that lasted only 24 hours. They started out simple in 2010 with just a tweet about a fake Minecraft 4D, and the next year had locked chests, which would bring you to a fake Minecraft store where you could buy supply crate keys to open the locked chests. Obviously, none of these items could actually be purchased, but this was the first time Mojang actually added something to the game as an April Fool's joke. And only got crazier from here. Since 2013, there have been a total of 7 complete April Fool's updates that you can actually play through.
Okay, I will.
New features that drastically change how.
Okay, I'll get
I always
more.
loved these updates, but I realized I've never actually attempted to beat them. So that's why I decided to be the first to take on the challenge of beating every single April Fool's update. And let me just say, it was brutal. The first April Fool's update released is called Minecraft 2.0, which came out so long ago you can't even play it on a normal Minecraft launcher. So I was in for a tough time. Right when I loaded into the world, it instantly started raining. At the time, I thought this was just unlucky, but in reality, it was a sign of the impossible challenge coming in just a few seconds. So I grabbed some wood from the nearby trees and realized the blocks talk to you. Oh, wait, what? The block is talking to me. That tickles. Ouch. I'm sorry. Bully. Stop punching me. It's not my fault. I need the wood. I used that wood to make a crafting table and a wooden pickaxe. Then, as I was digging down to get some stone, I randomly took 5 hearts of damage, turned around, and saw a billion mobs surrounding me, and I instantly died. Are you serious? Did those all just spawn on me? Oh, and now they're gone. At first, I assumed that being struck by lightning and the mob spawning was only something that happens during thunderstorms, and that I had just gotten unlucky by the world starting out raining. But I quickly learned that this is the impossible version. Every 60 seconds or so, I would get struck by lightning, dealing half my health, my sprint would get disabled, and a horde of mobs would spawn around me, basically guaranteeing my death. This happened over and over and over and over and over again. So after about 31 attempts, I realized that this wasn't going to be a fun and easy video. This was going to be the hardest challenge I have ever done. So, to avoid belonging at Wing Hat General, I decided to start from scratch, but this time play in hardcore mode, which means if I die, the world gets deleted and I have to start all over. And just in case this didn't sound difficult enough, I gave myself only 2 weeks to beat all 7 April Fool's updates. And if I fail to do that, I'll buy my brother Subway sandwiches for a whole year.
Wait, really?
Yeah, if I fail the challenge, I'll buy you Subway for a year. So now with the deadline on the clock, I had to get serious. I was doing quite a few test runs trying to find a strategy that could work for beating this update. So while I do that, let's move on to the next update and we'll come back and check on this one later.
Oh hey, welcome back, Michu.
This world are super saturated and there's heart-shaped clouds. Most importantly though, I only have 1 heart and no food. While crafting my stone tools, I also noticed that instead of getting a stone sword, I got a stone heart. I tried to use it on a pig, and instead of damaging the pig, I gained a heart. Now I had 2. I quickly figured out that when I deal damage or take damage, I just gain hearts instead. So I'm essentially invincible, which is quite literally the opposite of the last update. So I started off thinking this is going to be really
Okay.
easy to beat, but
Of
that's
how long I will try to handle.
like blaze rods to craft ender eyes and go to the end. The only way to get blaze rods is to kill a blaze, but I can't deal damage. How do I get blaze rods? So after racking my brain for a little bit and wondering if this update was just unbeatable, because I have to kill the blazes, but also the ender dragon. How am I even gonna do that? But let's focus on one problem at a time. I need to deal with these blazes. Well, wait a second. Okay, actually, I think I have an idea. I headed back to the overworld, grabbed a pumpkin and a bit of snow, which was easy since in this update, regardless of the biome, snow will just randomly appear for some reason. I used those to build a snow golem and collect a bunch of snowballs, because even though snowballs do 0 damage to most mobs, the keyword is most. The only mob in the entire game they deal damage to is blazes. So even though I can't hurt the blaze, I'm hoping the snowballs can. And it did! And with just a couple snowballs, I was able to kill the blazes and collect blaze rods. After collecting 9, I headed back to the overworld. The next step to beating the game is to get at least 12 ender pearls. But like everything else, I can't kill endermen to get the pearls. This update was before piglins were added to the game, so I can't trade gold for pearls either. What is in the game at this point, though, is villager trading. And the cleric villager can trade you ender pearls once they're leveled up enough. So after trapping for a bit, I finally found a village that
Sorry.
had a cleric villager. But the trade options to level it up
Okay.
were
There's John to Jana's free EP.
flesh because I can't kill zombies, but I can get gold. So
Yeah, there's that.
So I needed
That's
few
that.
stacks of gold, but I mostly ended up just grabbing a bit of iron. I found out lava doesn't burn items in this update. I discovered the zombie spawner built out of quartz instead of cobblestone, and I got some diamonds. But after a couple hours of mining, I had only found 11 gold, which isn't even close to enough. So I decided to head back to the village to try to think of another way to level up the villager quicker. When all of a sudden, it hit me. Literally. Apparently, in the Love and Hugs update, witches will throw health potions at you instead of damage ones, which seemed pretty useful since these potions can actually damage zombies, which would be perfect for getting raw and flesh to trade and level up the villager. This would take a really long time to gather all of that on the surface level, but luckily,
Okay, there's nothing I can do.
in the cave.
Instead, I just have this random world.
One of the chests had a name tag in it, so I put that on the witch so it wouldn't despawn. I trapped it in a box and then dug out and built a little room that would use water to push the zombies into one spot with a hopper and chest underneath. So when I stand up here, the witch will throw its potions at me, they'll hit the zombies, dropping a bunch of rotten flesh.
Okay,
Take a little bit.
this is the fence gates.
Items collect.
I'm not joking. Fences are added in the game.
Run overnight. Oh, very nice. That should be the perfect amount. Okay, let's get out of here. This farm.
Yeah, this is fences. Yep, these fences are so I can use it as a view area.
What? Thanks for your donation. Yeah, so apparently Mojang really didn't want anybody to beat this update, and they even thought ahead so much to essentially remove villager trading. Any item I trade just turns into paper thanking me for their donation. I was not trying to donate. So even after all that work, I had to think of a different way to get ender pearls, or else beating this update was just impossible. The only option I
Okay,
had was just
here it is, the tree farm.
the only thing I could think of was with TNT. In this update, TNT doesn't hurt me or even break blocks, so I have no idea if it'll hurt Enderman, but this was my last resort, so it was at least worth a shot to try. To crack TNT though, I need 5 gunpowder each
Oh great, I need
to
wood.
deal with some
Wood.
mobs with suffocation.
Wood.
Which wouldn't work for Enderman, but it could work for creepers. And it ended up working. I got my first gunpowder, and then I realized instead of just suffocation, I could just drop them down and have the fall damage deal with them. Constantly waiting for the night, and only being able to find a few creepers at a time that only would drop 0 to 2 gunpowder each really made this a time-consuming process. To figure out
Oh, now that's
what
better.
I would need, I decided to do a
Oh hey, welcome back. I'm Cypher.
Are you serious? I trapped it in a box and lit a TNT as close as possible, and after the first explosion, it was still alive. So I tried again, and... Okay, I killed it, and that one didn't drop an ender pearl, because of course. Why would I be lucky enough to get an ender pearl? But alright, that's the first one dead, so this works. 2 TNT per enderman. We need at least 12 pearls, so at least 24 TNT.
Okay, welcome back.
Gunpowder per night, I was gonna be at this for a while. Oh, and if you're wondering what happens when you hit the heart limit, which is 8 rows of hearts, every time you take damage after that, a Minesweeper game pops up, which is cool, I guess. And if you beat Minesweeper, it'll take you to the credits. So I could have said this counts as me beating this update, but that felt too cheap, so I decided against it. So after
So okay,
hours of farming,
right now it's maybe day 25.
blowing up every enderman, finally collected
No, it's day 26.
a decent amount. I
Yeah, it's day
searched
26.
the stronghold. Aside from boats just sinking because of this heart-shaped hole in them and having a couple of eyes break, I didn't have too hard of a time finding it. What the? 4 respiration 3 books? What is that? Now I can finally light the portal and go into the end. All I have to do is beat the dragon, and this April Fool's update is done. There were so many pillars more in this old version of Minecraft than I'm used to.
Oh yeah, you had a bathroom break, right?
Oh no! Oh, okay. But But since end crystals are entities, though, I can't punch them to break them. So it's a good
Yeah, this is the view area, and it's very cool.
materials to craft the beds to explode the dragon for damage, since I assume these won't be able to hurt me. And since this is the old version of Minecraft, the dragon will dive down to attack me, and whenever it does that, I can just... And that worked. As long as I didn't just fall into the void, I knew the rest of this dragon...
Oh, this is
That's
nice.
exactly what it was. Let's go! That took so long. That was absurd. So that was the Love and Hugs update. But before moving on to the next one, let's check back in with Minecraft 2.0. Alright, so after all the trial and error, apparently furnaces explode in this update, I think I figured out a strategy that could work. Every minute or so, I dig myself into a hole and cover my head. Sometimes this lessens the damage the lightning does to me, but more importantly, it protects me from the mobs that spawn. They despawn after 10 to 15 seconds, so that leaves me about 45 seconds to be on the surface in between each lightning strike. What made this run promising though, was that there's a desert temple here. Inside, I found iron, diamonds, and a
Okay, well, it's just, I don't think the house will just despawn because of the new seed.
I needed to find a lava pool to make a portal. And now is probably a good time to explain that this update has horrible graphics issues like chunks not loading, my skin not loading, and whatever this is. But instead of letting this make the run harder for me, I used it to my advantage. I saw a lava pool underground and dug straight.
Okay, so yeah, it's still day 8. Okay, it's still day 26. I'll make
My portal spawned right next to another fortress.
Okay, so I'm going to make a area for animals, so they won't.
But as I was digging around
Whoa.
trying to find the blaze,
I
ran into a real problem. I have no food. And with lightning every 60 seconds, if I can't heal, of course. Oh my god. So it turns out food's pretty important. I've died so many times in this update, I legitimately didn't know if this was even possible to beat. After days of trying, I had barely even made it into the nether. It had already been almost a week.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that. Let's.
But decided to try
Oh yeah, you're right.
it because this attempt could be the one. But we'll come back to this and see if I can finally beat it. For now, I've got to beat the next update, the trendy.
I'll do it right now.
Started off weird. I created a brand new world and it started me off with random items and stuck in the ground suffocating. What? I created another new world and this one works, so we're good now. This is the trendy update, which adds trendy tech to Minecraft like VR goggles. So I started off just gathering wood and getting myself some tools.
Damn
like
it.
normal, and then I headed to a nearby desert. I needed to find a lava pool to make another portal, but more importantly, the way you get the special tech added to this update is by killing the mobs that wear them. They only drop sometimes, and since the desert is the flattest biome, it seems like the easiest to hunt mobs in. And as night came around, I ran into my first mob with this special tech. Apparently mobs can't see me when they're wearing VR goggles, which was convenient. None of these mobs dropped VR, but this zombie was wearing a smarter watch and it dropped it. So I equipped the first piece of tech, and just like real life smartwatches, I had a feeling this thing was going to become kind of annoying. A constant clock displaying the in-game time is always on screen, which isn't too bad, but it also beeps and notifies me every time I'm using weapons or tools or blocks or taking damage or literally anything. But for the sake of the challenge, I'll keep it on. Then a zombie dropped the VR goggles. With these equipped, you see a hologram of the world around you, like a 3D map, which actually looks pretty cool. But it wouldn't be fun to keep these on the whole time, so I'll take these off for now. I headed into an
Okay, let's try.
pickaxe, full set of armor, the rest of my tools, and a bucket. Out of lava pool in the desert, I made another portal and
More
and this seemed like the
wood.
perfect time to equip the VR goggles and open the 3D map. Walking around the nether with these on made it much easier to spot a nether fortress. I bridged over and found the blaze spawner, and the smarter watch makes
Okay, I'll try fences.
single time I took damage from the blaze's fire. I got all the blaze rods and was ready to leave the fortress, but a wither skeleton decided I should just leave the earth. But with me and my void dinner in hand, that could never happen. So I made my way back to the real world, and all I had left to do was gather ender pearls to go to the end and fight the dragon. I already had a couple pearls from endermen I killed before entering the nether, so I decided to craft them into ender the trip. On my way there, I found a zombie villager with
Okay, okay, I'll try.
Now, let me just stop right here and say, if you decide to play this update, do not equip this. You can't take it off. It doesn't even help you. It does the opposite. Each night, it tells me I'm violating curfew for not being at home and gives me slowness. I set my spawn here, which got it to stop since I'm technically home now. But as soon as I stepped too
Damn.
far away, I was violating house arrest again. This whole update didn't change much from vanilla Minecraft, honestly. And I guess with the exception of the VR goggles,
More
full item.
and more wood. I need a lot of wood.
Far, my least favorite, because it just wants to mess with you. But now it's time to fight the dragon like the big, strong, tough guy that I am. But even in the end, the trolling didn't stop. You can't sleep in the end. If you try, you'll die. Consider this your warning. But that means I'm always too far away from my home. I'm literally in another dimension. And the ankle monitor was not going to let that slide. As I was breaking the end crystals, the ankle monitor was giving me final warnings. And I started to worry that this monitor might end the run.
Lastest warning. Now you die.
It better not kill me.
Boom.
Boom. Literally nothing happened, and throughout the dragon fight, the monitor just kept asking me stupid questions.
Hello, are you there?
Basically trying to flirt with me, and I'm pretty sure dating an ankle monitor would count as me dating, and that is not for me. So I ignored it, got the last hits on the dragon, and finally beat this update. Yes, that's another one down. This is definitely the most generic update so far, but trust me, the ones coming up just get more and more insane. Before moving on to the next one though, let's check back on the progress with Minecraft 2.0. Right when I created the world, lightning struck and a bunch of mobs spawned. I was barely able to get away with less than 4 hearts, but luckily I spawned right next to a village. So I was able to gather some wood from there, but more importantly, food. Spawning next to a village just seemed like exactly what I needed to have a chance at beating this update. I was able to make stone tools, and then I got iron armor, tools, and ingots from a blacksmith chest. Now, leaving the village, I gathered even more food, and as soon as
Okay, I'll try to use these chests.
my last attempt. But in this version of Minecraft, if there's other obsidian,
Let's see if this works.
you won't be able to light it. I don't know if I was just
For now, I'll
First, I
just
chose to use my stone pickaxe and
do
break
something.
the obsidian. Not sure why I wanted to do that, but I got my axe together and remade the portal like a normal person would have and made my way to the nether. And now I'm going to hide in the walls to avoid the lightning and slowly make my way around the nether looking for a nether fortress. So while I do that, let's check out the next update, 3D Minecraft.
Okay, I'll just
3D Minecraft. It has visuals based on gaming from the 1990s, which is before our time, but it looked like this, I guess. The entire hotbar looks different, and honestly, I kind of like it, if it wasn't so, fried looking, like this entire update. All around the world are these flaming barrels that have random good loot in them, which is a nice change from current Minecraft, where you usually just get, a dead bush or something. And this update might look like it was recorded at 20 FPS, but this update was actually just made to look like that. It's a bit much on the eyes, but don't worry, this will be the quickest update in the whole video, and here's why. You can see at the top of the screen that part of the gimmick of this update is that they call it an unregistered version, and they treat it like a trial run of Minecraft, which means they only give me 5 Minecraft days, which is only 1 hour and 40 minutes of real life time before the trial ends, and I can't play on this world anymore. The time limit might make it seem like beating this update is impossible, but that's where the secret to this update comes into play. Just like old video games this is based on, this April Fool's update has a bunch of secret cheat codes that you can type into chat. And those are my only hope for beating this update before time runs out. You'll see them all as we go on, but the first cheat code I'll be using is, how do you turn this on? Which summons a horse, but not just any horse. The fastest and most powerful horse of all time. Oh, and this update keeps popping up these messages that tell you to press enter and just interrupt your whole game because Mojang couldn't just let one April Fool's update go by without it at least kind of...
okay. If one person tries to join, I'm about to
I don't even know what that means.
expand this board.
And armor. I also made sure to grab hay bales, but not for food like you might be thinking. This update is still before Piglin trading was added to the game, so the quickest way to get ender pearls is going to be by villager trading. And since I want a strict time limit here, I'm gonna get started right away. All of the loot barrels around the world turned most of these villagers into fishermen, and there's a bug in this update where even if I break the barrels, the villagers won't lose their job. So I have a very limited number of villagers to work with because I need farmer villagers to trade the wheat
Okay.
and hay bales with for emeralds. Nighttime
Okay, it's going to turn night.
I took a broom
because-
to make a cleric
yeah,
when I
it's
put
getting
these trades
night.
of ender pearls, but none of these farming villagers had wheat to trade. So I had no choice but to leave and try to find another village.
Okay,
But this
I'll
course was a bit
I'll
too
set it
fast
to
and
normal.
Kind of inconvenient, so I decided to activate the next cheat code, Pigs on the Wing. And now I can fly. Still in survival, but this will make it much easier and quicker to move around, which is good, because time has been flying by and I've made very little progress. I spent the next few minutes flying around until I found a spruce village. There was only one jobless villager here that I could turn into a farmer to trade my wheat, but it didn't even get the wheat trade. And since you can't reset them in this version, I immediately had to leave this village too to find another one. Day 2 had officially started now, so I was already 20% out of time, and I still had 0 emeralds and 0 ender pearls. This was starting to seem harder than I thought it would.
Okay, so what now?
Village that actually turned into a farmer with a wheat trade. There was another villager here in the same village that I could do the same with, so now I finally have a few.
Okay, I haven't used a boat.
But not nearly enough.
I did. I had a boat, but it broke. I got 3 at the third Minecraft challenge. So
Trading with any villagers I could find.
Okay.
Moving on to the next village. I did all of this until day 3 came around, and then I ended up in a snow village, and I figured now was the time I needed to start leveling up a cleric villager to unlock the ender pearl trade. In between waiting for the cleric to
I'm Cypher.
trades, I traded with the only other villager here to get some more emeralds.
Okay, I'm going to make Golden.
4 of 5, I was starting to get a little worried that I wouldn't have time to beat this. I still needed to get all the ender pearls and also have time to get blaze rods in the nether to craft the eyes of ender, find the stronghold, enter the end, and beat the dragon. All of that with such little time remaining. But I wasn't ready to give up yet, and things actually started taking a good turn. The cleric finally was refreshing his trades, and I finally unlocked the ender pearl trade. But of course, things couldn't stay good for long. Are you serious? The price went up and I'm 1 emerald short. I headed out quickly to try to find another village to get any more emeralds so I could come back and trade for that final pearl. But while I was searching, I ended up finding a patch of pumpkins not far away, which I can also trade to the farming villager. And of course, the wheat trade was discounted now, so I could have gotten another emerald anyway, but whatever. So now with that
Okay,
side quest
let me
done,
check.
it's time to enter the nether. I'm deep enough into this run that I'm not taking...
Okay, I'm gonna say this.
So I enter the next
This tree farm will work.
which makes me literally immune to damage. I'm basically in creative mode now, except I don't have infinite items. Unless you type in the next cheat code. No, I'm just kidding. But the nether fortress and blaze spawner are right here, so I can quickly grab the blaze rods that I need as the final day begins. I have less than 20 minutes to find the stronghold, enter the end, and beat the dragon. This is gonna be tough. I don't know if I'll have enough time. As quickly as I could, I located where the stronghold was. I started digging straight down.
Okay, you meant BRB, which means be right back. Okay, I'll check you later.
Portal room, filled in the eyes as quickly as possible, and now all I have left to do is fight the dragon with only minutes to spare. Because I can fly and I don't take damage, I can fly right up to the end crystals and break them. And now with time really running out, I was kicking myself at this point for not thinking about grabbing beds from all the villages I was at and using those to kill the dragon quickly. But I can't focus on that now. I have to use my sword to slowly chip down the dragon's health. And since
Okay, what you are going to eat?
so I turned on
What you are going to eat? I'm Cypher.
really helped was remembering that I got this multi-shot 12 crossbow from an earlier cheat code, and that was pretty OP. Now with only a sliver of health left on the dragon and a sliver of time left on the timer, it was now or never. Please! Yes, let's go! So that was 3D Minecraft, and as soon as the timer ran out, the demo had expired, and I could buy the game or make a new world. I couldn't place blocks, break blocks, or literally anything besides just move around. So now, before moving on to the next update, let's check back in with progress on Minecraft 2.0. After wandering around the nether as safely as possible, I found a nether fortress. Oh, let's go. Fortress. The blaze spawner was really close,
Wait.
so I immediately dug a hole for myself to hide in from the lightning. Then I spent the next many many minutes hitting the blazes, running back, hiding and eating, and doing it all over again. And I didn't even almost die a bunch of times. I made my way back, making sure to stay inside the walls as often as I could to avoid the mobs. And finally, I was back in
Everybody has a favorite.
Oh, hey, there's Ost.
It's probably the Nether update.
Actually,
But over the years, there have been so many new versions of the game that it's getting hard to keep track of them all. So in this video, I'm going to attempt to recreate every single major update.
Oops,
starting with the very
sorry.
first version of the game, all the way to the new 1.21 update, leaving us with a museum of the entire history of Minecraft, I guess. So first things first, I'm going to need somewhere to put them all, and I was thinking that the mini desert temple in my mega base would be the perfect entrance. So I'll just dig down here. Perfect. And now for the museum.
Okay, I'm just going to break it because because the farm area is not going to work.
Rooms, depending on how big each of
Yeah, this does not help.
The first ever version of the game, Cave Game, is going to get a small room because it's not going to get any simpler than this. All I'm going to need is some grass, cobblestone, and then light blue concrete for the sky.
Okay, I'll be back.
Trying my
Bathroom break.
You probably want to know what Cave Game actually
Or I
is.
guess.
I mean, it's either that or we can just sit here inside. All the way back in May 2009, a guy named Marcus Persson, or Notch, began working on a game that would soon be known as Minecraft. At first, he called it Cave Game, and all it consisted of was a 256 by 256 world that looked something like this. Ours does not look like this, and so I spent a week creating texture packs for every major version of the game. There's a download link in the description if you'd like to help justify the amount of suffering that went into their creation. But now I can use these texture packs to make sure each update I build actually looks like it did back when it was released. And now we actually have something that looks like it.
I'm back.
The last step is to seal.
Oh yeah, I also have some chips.
Once complete later, the first publicly available version of the game is beginning the era of Render Classic Creative. Now, I could show you the process of mining out every single room, but nobody wants that. So to make this more interesting, I'm going to challenge myself to think of a transition for every single one. And you guys can tell me your favorite in the comments. Starting now. Yeah, that's going to be no one's favorite, but they'll get better as we go. For early classic, I'm going to need some new blocks. Just be careful not to hurt your eyes, these updates are almost as saturated as the average Minecraft thumbnail. Sand, gravel, and trees were all added in the early classic updates, along with some pretty major changes to world generation. Instead of a cube floating in the sky, the world now generated as a large island surrounded by an infinite ocean. So for this exhibit, I'm going to make that. I'll just add some of the new sand, a patch of gravel, the ocean.
Oh yeah, now I have a problem.
Processing now.
My stone pickaxe broke.
And that's early classic creative done. Other than the glass. I don't have any glass. Okay, I shouldn't have to worry about that again for a while. And now it's time to move on to the multiplayer test updates. Here's the transition, as promised. As the name suggests, these updates did indeed add multiplayer to the game, as well as some other important mechanics. But I'm going to be focusing more on the stuff that I can actually collect. For the terrain, I'm just going with a grassy field.
Wow, no one is shining right now, so.
These might seem a little simple and similar now, but they're going to get a lot more complicated as the video goes on. This update added dandelions and roses.
Tree farm area. This is going to be the tree farm.
Buff was basically cool before she were a thing. And because dyes weren't in the game yet, the colors were a little weird looking.
What is that? What is that?
Sponges were also added to the game. And there goes my pond. Here's a gold block, which used to look a lot different back then. And the flowers, and the mushrooms, and the clock. The last thing this update added was clouds, so I'm just going to try my best to make some. I'm really trying. Oh, and while mods was also added in this update, but it's so bad that we're not even going to use it. Next up, we have the survival test updates. I'm 10 hours in, by the way, and I've done 3 updates out of 36, so we're on a great pace. Besides the obvious addition of survival mode, these updates added.
There's nothing to do right now.
So I'm going to be adding a cave into this one, and then once the sky is done and the glass is in place, I'm going to fill it with alternate pods. The first and easiest pod to collect is going to be the pig. I can just fly him right over to the entrance, shove him down the hole, and
Great! I have now wheat!
to keep the mobs from despawning, they're going to need name tags. And so henceforth, all mobs in this museum will be known as Jeff. Isn't that right, Jeff? The rest of the mobs are hostile, so I'm going to have to turn off mob switch. And now
Okay.
far into the tunnel, which is actually really dark.
Oh!
I'm gonna get some to spawn.
You're trying to scare me!
So I'm going to spawn
Well, that was not work!
job in addition. The first mob I ended up trapping.
I'm gonna say this.
Realizing that
You're back. What did you eat?
I decided to put it out of its misery and move on. The creeper was pretty easy thanks to the boat. Skeleton was a little more annoying because of the whole shooting thing. But I eventually got trapped,
It's
along with the zombie.
day 27.
Just, no. Go back in. After that came the Wake Classic creative updates. I'm not going to spend too much time on this one because most of it was just technical changes. In fact, the only 2 things that I can physically represent are Obsidian and
You're actually second because Michu.
we have Indev
Because Michu is here.
and just a few updates away from the alpha versions of the game. This one was a really important update though, because it added 2 of the most crucial survival mechanics to the game: crafting and smelting. So
Eh.
try making a blacksmith exhibit, and after a little while, some trial and error, I ended up with this. And now I've just got to add in all of the new stuff like diamond blocks, diamonds, holes, and coal. It may seem like a small update, but it kind of shaped survival Minecraft as we know it. While building the exhibit, I was interrupted by a thunderstorm, so I took the opportunity to name tag some charged creepers so I could trap them later on. It mostly ended up according to plan. In the end, I got about 2 of them, and a couple of witches. I'm sure future me will be very grateful. But moving on, we've got the Indev update. Don't worry, this isn't a case of deja vu. This one doesn't have the numbers after it, so it's a completely different update. Okay, who is in charge of me? This transition is going to be ugly, but in my defense, I completely forgot to record.
Oh yeah, some pizza!
So heavily focused on survival mode. So I'm starting things off with a really simple wooden house. It also added farming to the game, so I'm going to need to add more holes. And it might be confusing, but furnaces were added in this update. A couple of months after smelting was. Yeah, you used to cook them by throwing them directly into fire or lava. Paintings were another new feature, alongside armor. And that's pretty much everything, other than the sky. And for that, we finally get to take a break from the light concrete, because this update...
Don't worry!
alpha versions is
You're not timed out.
changed the letter, I guess. The main feature of this version of the game was...
I'm not going to do that because you will be crying until you're not timed out.
My coolest idea for this update was to fit an infinite world inside the box, but my coolest idea was also impossible. So the backup plan is to build a cave. A lot of the major features of this update are cave themed, like dungeons, minecarts, and rails. In the back corner we have our dungeon, and for that I'm going to need a block for the spawner. So I'm going to be using some gilded blackstone. And then to finish it off, I'm going to replace some of the cobblestone with mossy cobblestone. And I'll throw some of the new items into the chests.
Okay, this is what it is. So this is what it looks like.
I decided to
This is just the view area.
and those weren't added until beta 1.8. So just pretend like it's not there until I fix it. Something that was actually added in this update was cobblestone and obsidian generation. But finally,
Okay, I'll just.
does this ladder actually lead to the surface? You'll never know. And that's it.
Okay, this is the view area for about the moment.
Fix that later. Okay, Alpha 1.0 and 1.1. I'm going to be grouping these two together because they're pretty small. Oh, look, a random wooden button. I wonder what that does. Alright, behind me we have another isolation chamber, which clearly didn't work because I'm standing over here. Alpha 1 was essentially the redstone update, adding redstone ore, redstone,
Okay.
redstone torches, iron doors, pressure plates, buttons, and jukeboxes. Alpha 1.1 added compasses and fishing rods. You couldn't actually fish with them yet, but you could pretend, I guess. As far as blocks and items go, that's pretty much it for this update. But there were a few more mobs, like cows and chickens, and also slimes, which took 10 minutes of flying and building a giant glass tube to finally get them down there and into the room. Next we've got the last alpha version, Alpha 1.2. And for the first time, I'm going to need a mega room. Alpha 1.2 was the version that I
Ah!
so I'm going to need a lot of new blocks.
This annoys me. Sorry, cobblestone. Wait, you had a sandwich with garlic sauce? Ah, that's pretty much interesting. Yeah, I volunteered to take my phone to Samsung Experience that has an update, which is Samsung Experience 8. I'll be tortured for the rest of my life.
And that's Alpha 1.2.
Because
I'll show it off and it's
because some of the emojis from Samsung Experience 8.0 were cursed.
Plains biome, tundra, forest, desert, and the nether in the corner. Also, grass and leaves are no longer neon green. Moving on to the Minecraft betas. This next room is going to be for beta 1, 1.1, and 1.2. The main thing I want to showcase with these updates is the new trees. Before beta 1.2, the only trees in the game were oak trees. But with this update came the new birch trees and spruce trees. So on the left of the river, I'm going to be doing a forest farm. And on the right, a tiger farm. But this update came with a little more than just trees. The first aquatic mob was added to the game in the form of squid. They weren't exactly the smartest creatures.
Oh yeah, I'm Cypher. You have been chatting me since the fur part of my Minecraft live.
Punched. Parrot mooching with that. There were some other random items added, like cake, dispensers, note blocks, lapis, sandstone, and bones. But I figured those blocks scattered around the forest would just look like a bunch of junk. The next updates are betas 1.3 through 1.5. These are kind of
I don't think my world was saved to Alpha 1.2. I don't know.
and for the new things added, we have redstone repeaters, beds and sleeping, wolves, and the infamous naturally spawning pink sheep. Now, what could possibly be chaotic about this calm little exhibit?
Oh my god.
The update that charged creepers were added to the
Yeah, that emoji is cursed.
created two of them because that turned out to be the perfect.
But you know what's cursed? But you know other. Here's what's cursed. Some experience 8 emojis. They were cursed back in the day, back in maybe like 2016.
Together, but 2 small rooms are easier to make than 1 medium room, and efficient.
Whoa!
I promise the rooms after this one are going to be more interesting than an empty field. But for now, I need to fill this.
I'm gonna show you other ones that are cursed, like the emoji kitchen.
And I thought it would be cool to have them push
It's this.
sprigs back and forth, because both of those blocks got a texture.
This is cursed.
TNT was done with flint and steel instead of punches. And finally, shears were introduced, leading to a sharp decline in sheep abuse.
Yeah, another one.
From now on,
So,
we
which
should
is
see
this?
variation between the rooms. So, less forests and plains biomes and more unique ones. Beta 1.8 is special because it was the last version of Minecraft before the game was officially released.
Yeah.
Adventure Update 1. The features of this update are cave
Oopsie. Okay, this is the distorted face. This distorted face is also on Discord.
inside the box. For some reason, I decided not to record a time lapse of this one, but I think these clips do a great job demonstrating how it went.
Tree. The tree is here. Ah! I'll expand my. Okay, I'll expand my tree area.
I think it turned out pretty good. The ends are
I'll expand my tree area.
big into the other rooms, but once I get some stuff in here, like this mine shaft I'm building, it should take some focus away from the rest of the room. Speaking of mine shafts, I finally blocked off the one from the Infinite update. It's like it was.
I hope this will not get this live demonetized.
I'm stealing some blocks from the real
I
base.
am going to be tortured for the rest of my life.
Away somewhere over here,
Okay, I'll do it.
like that. Then some rails in the mine shaft with the chest minecart. And
Okay, there should be something.
the first one is the silverfish. Unfortunately, it didn't quite go as planned.
I don't think this exists in this emoji kitchen, so sorry.
That was intersecting the museum.
There is also
Of
someone.
course, cave spiders suffer from the same problem.
Okay, let me try to find.
In that they don't exactly have the best survival instinct.
This will get me
So
tortured.
it turns out that the
Okay, I think this emoji is not here, but maybe in other emoji kitchens, there as well.
crawl back into a block. And since this entire
Okay, I'll do it.
stone, it's time to move on to Minecraft's official release, version 1.0.
Yeah.
This update was a big one. It added the
Well, I don't think this exists. What?
potions, villagers, mushroom islands.
Bah!
The plan is to split the room into 3 sections. One
This
for the
is the most.
mini mushroom
Okay. This emoji kitchen is one of the most cursed emojis and the most inappropriate emoji I've ever seen in my life. This is the emoji that is the most cursed and the most inappropriate. Yeah, I showed you that emoji in a brief moment.
Their AI is a
And I exited out to make my life not demonetized.
back of the overworld section, I added some of the noobs knowing.
What is bro doing? The cow is swimming.
In the end, I tried to create
The emoji of. I'm not going to say that.
but I'll be building a polar exhibit with an intervention later on. Now for the
It's the emoji of blah blah blah.
update, but I don't hate myself enough.
Yeah,
to
I'm gonna say
capture Blaze in
The emoji of something that is not allowed on YouTube.
And that's Minecraft version 1.0 collected. That portal shouldn't be there.
Okay, there should be something like this.
Updates they did.
Okay, it's maybe like, okay, the next one when the night goes away is going to be day 28.
Beaches. So there's a beach. And I'm putting a sheep in here because they could finally regrow their wool by eating grass in this update. So now that I think about it, it was probably this update.
So on day 29, I'm going to change version to a newer one.
Version 1.2 was when jungles were added to the game. So just excuse me while I destroy this one real quick. The room isn't exactly tall enough for a classic jungle tree, but with enough distractions and
This is like a laughing thing.
there's 3 new mobs for this update: the Iron Golem, the Ocelot, and cats, which you used to get by taming ocelots before they became a village mob. But that's version 1.2 finished. If the next update had a name, it would probably be the worst thing to ever happen to villagers. Update.
It's-
Wait, they're supposed to rhyme. The Savory Slip Treasure Trades update. Okay, moving on.
The what again?
This is the update that villagers were upgraded
Slavery?
to intelligent creatures. Kind of. It was also the update that added jungle.
I'm not going to say that again because I don't want my life being demonetized. I want more dirt. Ah! Okay, I forget it. What's this? Okay, I'm Cypher. I'm going to make this tree farm area bigger because it can only just be one at a time. Okay. I'm not waiting for eternity. Wait. If I make it surrounded by... Let me say.
Now I just need a villager. Well, this guy has a
Let me just say.
I guess I
Of torches, I will make it the best. I'll make a tree area better.
Give
Hmm.
your name, Jeff.
Nice.
Of course you do. And now that Jeff can't escape, we can reset him. And give him some emeralds to keep him happy. So,
Well, I tried.
say that I can now begin calling updates by their name. Because from now on, they will have alpha. So
Wait, can you make ghost items in alpha? Because I fought this in alpha.
witch huts and witches. So I figured we need a small item with a witch hut and fill with other stuff. That was the last of
Get out.
Guess it's time to deface one of my spawn traps.
Get out my tree or get out my tree area, pig. Cow, get away!
Excuse me.
Hey, get away!
For the witch hut, I'm
That's why fen gates are way more important than animals.
showing you this
I'm going to make an area so to prevent
for the stuff.
to prevent.
See the stuff.
Okay, I'm going to make an area to prevent.
Now it actually works.
And boom, it's done.
Wither stone.
Okay, now I can place saplings. Yay! Bang, 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 and bang! I'll also add a thing, which is a torch.
Contact zombie village.
Oh yeah, this is a problem.
I also knew how to visuals while getting
The emoji of I'm not going to say it. The scary one is trying to combine emojis that are horrifying, like the scared emoji that has arms in them, and it looks like, and I will call it the shocked emoji, because some of the emojis are horrifying to see. Okay, I'm going to make these like this. If I would, would make something like this.
Until I noticed this
So I will place the thing and just
that's what make the minecarts.
door.
Before I could figure out how to
Yeah, this is one of the most stupid. This is the most stupidest idea.
I didn't need to make proper transition.
Ah, Emoji Kitchens
Was the redstone update.
is giving me
I'm
something.
just going to fill this black box with all the new blocks. We've got the TNT minecart,
Kitchen.
activator room,
Okay. Try this melting emoji and this shocked emoji.
dropped chest, weighted
Okay, I'll try, but
and that's literally it for this update.
can't it be that one? I need a better one. I need a better emoji kitchen. Okay, I'm going to use this melting emoji. Yeah, I think it's this emoji. Yeah, I think so.
Update was actually the last
Why is it like this? Melting.
of the tunnel is the horse update. For the transition,
Okay, this is the actual. Okay, this is the actual emoji.
Horse update.
This is the This is that emoji. So yeah, this is the emoji.
okay, there are hay bales.
His hands are not melting. Ah!
And farming horses. Lots of horses. And also not
Wait. Okay, there's this dirty chests thing I added. But I'll try even more. Okay, I already tried and he's shocked that he's melting. What the hell? What the? I'll just. Okay, there's still this one, which is 30 chests at once. 30 chests. I'm going to increase it even more. Flint 6 and 4. 6 and 4. 6 4. Try to remember. Come on. Doom 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 doom. Yay! It's the dual trenchant temple chest. This thing is 32 blocks long. This is the longest I've ever seen. 32 chests placed at once. Okay, okay, so this tree farm area I'm going to have it for the rest of my world. Long. Yeah, you're right. This thing is very easy. It's day 29. Let's change versions.
Alright, well, that took 3.5 hours, but I regret nothing. I had to make the trees in front many
Here it is, the newer version. It's alpha. It's the same version, but another one.
spikes, savanna, regular taiga, dark oak forest, sunflower plains, flower forest, and birch forest.
Minecraft, but it will downgrade.
Oh well.
Okay. Okay, there's this thing, 100 days, but it upgrades every day. There's this another one, which is made by Monty. It's this one. I downgraded my Minecraft world until it broke.
What has happened to this world? Minecraft has had many versions. There's literally hundreds of them. So today, for some reason, I thought it would be a good idea to play Minecraft, except every 5 minutes I have to change the version to the previous one. It sounds simple enough, but oh my god, it's painful. Minecraft, every 5 minutes, I have to change the version to the previous one. 1.20. So modern.
Okay, this is the actual outdated.
Everything.
Okay, this newest version is outdated because it's now 26.1. There's a few snapshots, but not much anything with it.
Not exactly sure.
It's still alpha.
So now I have to travel even further. First would be. No one's ever done that in Minecraft before. Oh, that means it's time. Downgrading a world could cause corruption. I know mine. Any corruption? We're safe for now.
Bone meal. When is bone meal added?
It's speedrun time, baby. Hey, why did they all accumulate around me?
Oh no! Okay, if I'm trying to make a tree farm getting better, I need to use bone meal. But the bone meal doesn't exist. It was added in 1.2.
So I'm gonna take this. Oh. Well, I was looking. Is it a good idea to drop down here? Probably not. How am I gonna do it? Probably not. Hey! Ah! Time. Never mind. I don't even remember what it did about all the
Ugh!
Minecraft updates and all.
Okay. Okay, so there's this texture glitch where fences just randomly disappear. Yeah, there's the glitch where it disappears.
This is just great for me.
Okay, I'm gonna tell you.
Absolutely no one.
Okay, I'm Cypher. There's a texture bug where sometimes the fences could disappear. Wait, what?
Thank you.
It says, when did that happen?
Insane.
Okay, let me try to do this again.
Interrupted, so I guess you never had
Yeah! What? But look! It gets re-added! What? This version is...
Hey, why are the sheep falling? Why is everything falling from the sky? What? This is a completely different area. I wasn't here. Did it just reset the entire biome narrative? Or why? Or why does that do that? Well, I guess
I'm getting millions of it!
time generation,
Wait,
and it will not happen again.
just... Ugh. This glitch is not patched.
No, it's bad. This is the cave and cliffs update, right? Wait, which one?
What?
Cave and cliffs, or was that one?
Wait.
No way. Does Deep Slate even exist right now? I have no idea.
Well, a trifle and steel.
I just have to begin. Cave. I have found cave. Iron, baby. Okay, raw iron is still relatively new. The caves still have to be intact, right? The big ones. Is there a cave down here? Wait, what? I probably should have filled this. Block it over the water so I don't. But that's just semantics, okay? Yeah, kill him. Hey, idiot. Hey, you. Pause the video right now. Scroll down and subscribe. Thanks. Okay. See ya. Wait, I just had a thought. This iron isn't gonna despawn, right? No. For the first time, I'm slightly anxious to load this version. Please.
Okay.
Get a backup option this time. Oh, I'm here, and it's all gone. Okay. Well, that's sad. The copper's gone too. Look, you can see the shadows where the copper was. Whoa. Is that diamonds? No, that's just a slightly bluish tint on my monitor. What am I looking at down there? Why is it so dark?
Okay, 9696.
Oh,
Why is it not
oh,
working?
it must be like a block. I think it was obsidian. I don't know why obsidian despawned, but I'm not going to ask questions.
Okay, I tried to ghost blocks, but...
No!
Wait, I have something like this where... Okay, wait, I found this also glitch. Where if you place it at the exact same time, you get infinite sapling. You get infinite sapling.
Bob Bear, this is my new mission. I would like a full stack of
Oh yeah, it does not work. Oh, fuck this.
Completely arbitrary. Sounds like a good time for taking the cell.
I know what you're doing.
Bye bye 1.16. Does that mean I get a pack?
You are trying to
Mojang's
you are trying to make me close it.
Is there going to be any semblance of what I leave behind? It's the one thing that this challenge is. Oh my god! Did he die?
What? This is broken.
Never drop these
But,
slaps.
like, what? Why is it broken? Like, what? What does Finn's gaze randomly disappear? Like, what?
Just because it's cute, and I want to keep hold of it, and I want to look after it because it's so cute and it's so adorable. It's such a cute little bit. Oh, I was making a boat. Okay, understood. I already have a boat. What? Oh, I believe
Ah! No! No! Why is this ship here? Get out! Get out! No, my seeds! No!
I don't want to make a little house here, so.
My seeds! No! Why is
I
it?
successfully dug 3 blocks before I buy 1.50. Ah! Oh, I got flashback again. Hello? No! No! My chunk! It's gone! Why is it gone? Why would you do this to me? I can't have anything. In other news, things are looking up. I found more poppies. Wow, this is great.
Let me turn them into dirt.
The terrain before, whether
I want this iron hoe to be broken apart.
traveling for a solid minute. Science future me. I thought that would be ironically funny.
Yes, finally. Yeah.
That's an ocean one.
Okay, I'm going to flip some rules.
rules.
So, okay, what to say?
Oh my god, wait.
Can you update the rules, please? It's saying no with something like this. No comment. Okay, I'm Cyber Bro. I'm going to force you to update the rules. Here it is. I'm going.
This is not looking.
Hey, I'm Cypher. I'm going to change the rules. 1. No comment saying Alt F4.
Installation that's clearly in the menu not exist. It doesn't exist. It's fake. It's not real. They're still here. Yeah. Okay, well,
Hey you, I'm Cypher.
I have to mind
Update the rules. No Alt F4
till the end of the video.
comments allowed. I'm Cypher.
Has crashed.
You. Yes, you.
Okay.
Update the rules.
Anywhere, I can't think
It's
of
now excluding no Alt F4 comments. You got that?
I'm gonna see Hero Brian on this, and it's crashed again. This is great. This is going great. And the fly keeps landing on my toes.
Okay, VF5 is fixed. I'm Cypher.
It's been a day since the last clip. You know what may solve this issue if I TP away. Okay, we're in completely new territory. I think I'm good. Okay, I'm alive. My game's alive. I'm alive. This is great. This is much better than it was yesterday. See, all I needed to do was sleep on it. All I want to do is get to the nether, okay? I just want to get to the nether, maybe find a bastion.
Okay, this F5 is
Why
fixed.
are there so many sheep?
No Fortnite FOV.
Can you stop? I've been poisoned. She's following me. Hey!
No Fortnite FOV.
Change my mind.
I swear that Fortnite does not exist in 2010.
I need to sleep. I have no help. I'm gonna be so sad. Please don't kill me. They listen to my plea. This is what happens when you have persuasion.
Oh yeah.
I hear it.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. That is what I'm talking about.
God damn it! I forgot how to do it. Man. Oh, that's the.
Okay.
Oh, I'm inside the. I think I'll be.
Okay. Okay. So update and I'll. Okay. I'll pin this if you update.
This isn't too great because I was about to go to the Nether and that was very nice and I was very excited about that.
Hmm.
No, I can't swim. Swimming's gone. Wait, where's all my work? I swear I had more stuff for this. Wait, future me in the edit, go back and compare my inventory to what it was. Okay, future Diamonte here to talk about what the fuck happened to my inventory. All of my weapon durabilities got reset, which I guess makes sense if your version doesn't happen. Why is the pumpkin gone? But then most importantly, all my poppies, the one story arc in the video, it's gone. What the hell? And then just because it felt like it got rid of the wood and the sapling and the pumpkin seeds. And I don't even know. I will unshackle you from the burden of time freeze now. I don't know what's up.
Yep. The sun is setting. It's going to be the 30th night.
Because I know dogs like to do that. Okay, well, I guess it's time already. Man, these 5 minutes are really feeling like 2 minutes. Time to see what happens. This is terrible. No way! I'm still here! I'm still in my world! Does this mean it's gonna stay from now on? Can I make a house and happily live there forever after? I'm just gonna make a little dirt hut to sleep in.
Okay.
I want people.
I want just a basic.
But, you know, if somehow in 2044 the remains of humanity.
Okay, pinned. Saying 1. Don't send all F4 messages. 2. Don't spam. 3. Don't say bad words. And 4. Respect viewers on the stream. Okay. Okay. That's what I'm talking about. That is what I'm talking about. No problemo.
Do I see a blacksmith up there? Do I see one? Do I see a blacksmith? Please, I hate not being able to swim. This is the one.
Wait, wait,
I know you want to. No! Hey, well, at least I have a t-shirt.
Can you transfer alpha or 1.2 world? Least alpha version world to beta 1.0.
Yes, shields exist. Okay, this will keep me safe for some arbitrary amount of time. I don't know how long. Your nose is a little big. I'm not gonna lie. I have half a nether portal. All I need now is another half. Oh, this sucks. Amber, all versions of Minecraft load so quick. It just shows you how much extra bloat is in the game now. I guess it's not really bloat if it's useful. Am I okay? I'm good. Everything's fine. Was I holding anything? I don't think so. Come on, I need stuff. Please, give me this one thing. Just give me this one. Jesus Christ, we've got 10 versions now. Oh, that's look at the halfway point. Oh man, I looked at the time. We're already a minute and a half into this one. Lava! Okay. I'm not even gonna do this in a like a fast way. 1, 2, bam, 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 bam. Oh, I did it. I'm actually doing it. I'm doing it. This is so exciting. You don't understand. I've actually done something. Man, the nether looks so different. Long gone are the red beans. Hello to the red puke. I am so scared of getting stranded in the nether if the world resets. There's no like open spaces. This is so weird. Man, is there a... Please no, I find the nether fortress in the next 1 minute.
In Minecraft. Come on.
I'm too scared to do this actually. I'm not gonna...
It was in beta 1.3.
15 seconds to get back to the portal. Oh god. Oh god. Oh god. Oh god. No, please. If I get stuck in here and the world resets.
Okay.
I'm like suffocate inside another right. Please. No. It's right there. I could just cheat and walk there right now. See what are you gonna do, huh? You're just watching. You're not here. You got both. Yes! Oh, that could have been terrible.
Okay. Also, I have some problems. If I move,
Hey, yes, do you wanna
and from beta 1.3 updates will include the new save format to .mcr.
I don't know why I did that. Oh, this is bad. It was not this way. That was hell. Wait, where was the portal? It has to be up there, right?
Okay.
Somewhere up there. I'm not a fan of the nether.
The moon is still not setting.
Pack up my portal. I don't have a diamond pickaxe. Why are there no dogs spawning? It's literally all I want is a dog. Just one. Ow.
It's 3 hours long. Just like them.
To the game.
Like, jeez. Jeez. This live is going to be just 4 hours long. Or maybe 5.
Wow, this house looks so good. Right, how do I break? I thought water broke portal. Why is it not breaking? I can't unlight the portal with water. How do I? What? The portal's still active. How do you unlight a portal in this version? This is stupid. This is the worst game in the
Same format in Minecraft.
It's okay. I may have judged you too harshly. It always catches me off guard. Wait, why do shields look like that? Oh, you know what's about to happen? The shield's up. Yeah, the shield's gone. And now I can spam again. Well, having a shield is fun while it lasted, I guess. Is this the fun?
Okay, Alpha.
This is fireplace. What? Wait, where? Wait, where are the bows? Why do the skeletons have no bows? Wait, what? That's not a thing. This is totally not a thing. This is just dead. This is just. I am like 99% sure.
How to transfer a beta 1.2 world to beta 1.3 world.
Yeah, fine. No, what? Where's all the stuff?
Create a backup.
Scott, why? What? Are you kidding me? What? Out of everything, why does the inventory work?
Wait for.
I had stuff. I should have just put it in a chest.
Backup your world on Java Edition. First, you need to open Minecraft itself in the main menu. Click on Single Player. Select the world you want to update and click Edit here. Click Make Backup. A copy of the world will be saved in the .minecraft/backups folder, or you can open it in the same menu by clicking Open Backup folder. On the Java Edition, you need to open the launcher and select a new version of Minecraft. And when you go to the world, it will automatically update to the new version. The backup world on Bedrock.
Oh, that's a guy. Hey, no, don't do it. Yeah, that's what I thought. Oh, my milk's gone. I liked my milk. Milk's actually one of
Why would you do that? Why would you do that? Why would you time out Shlamo debris for 10 minutes? Why? Just why? You said a bad word?
right now. What do you mean, whose brain cells are real now? You know what? I need to make.
Or you said you're joking? Fine.
This may break.
Okay, you're saying you're joking, right? Okay.
Actually, I think
Okay. I hope you're not leaking my phone number, otherwise I'm
I have to double tap.
ruined.
Quality of life has significant.
Okay, I think I found a way. I need to create a backup file.
My roots. Sorry.
Because I have no idea how to create a backup file. One sec.
Almost feel like we're still in 1.90. What is that?
Okay.
Where, like, grass
She spammed, right. For our no new users, just
What is it?
saying in chat.
On the ground. Have some meat. It's ground beef. That's so jittery. They got the shivers. Look at him. He's shaking his numbers. He looks at me.
Yeah, right now there are just only like 11 users. Oh, it's he.
Stuck in your chair.
I never knew there's so many boys who's watching my stream. Like, I have no idea.
No, that roses. And the timer's going off as well. I've been in for like a minute. What the hell? Why is Mojang orange now? Was it nighttime?
Yeah, the version is overold. I have no hoe.
I have no idea what's different about
I need to make a new hoe.
not around at this point in time yet.
Let's go.
When was
Let.
Steve? I've metamorphosized. I've undergone change. See what did I say? I got the pumpkin back and I was out in the full moon. I mean, that's not full, but if I get these, will the pain be ended? Will it be over? Will it be over? Hey, man. Hey. Damn, bro, that critter got the jitters. The jitters.
I don't think you can play Geometry Dash and watching my stream at the same time.
Hey, man.
Or can you?
Hello? Are they friendly in this version or something? What's going on? Oh my god, no, they're not friendly! I can't sprint! No! I'm back here. What? Okay, that was
was not my fault. That was just unnecessarily confusing. My new stuff.
Okay, I'm going to change the sign because it's going to be day 30 when the moon sets off.
All I want for Christmas is 1.20. What is that? Was this a skeleton or something? Oh no, it's the enchanted golden zombie. Can I get? Wait, hold on. Oh, that's like a. I kind of want this guy's stuff. Jesus Christ, why is there so many mobs? Now's not the time, man. Timer, stop. Now's not the time. How do you load so quick? What are you? What sorcery is this? Please don't crash. I'm alive. Oh, wait, my stuff's gone again. What is going on? Why are they so... Why is he in the ground? What's happened? What's going on? What's going on? This cannot be right. Oh, can you leave me alone for 1 second? Usually Minecraft tells me what day it is, but it just doesn't anymore. Village! Wait, is this the village where I died? Where's my stuff here? Why are the squids drowned? I found the well! This is good news. This is big news. This is big. I look so stupid. I'm Steven it up. I need to stop being comedic and actually look good. You don't have a lot of time. What is going on with that?
It's been a few days
Oh my God, I found
and no trees are growing. Like,
Okay, I
when?
got my furnace, I got my crafting table, I got my windows. If I get flint, maybe I can make a nether portal. There's no way that happens, but if I speedrun fast enough, then maybe. I hate how many times I've had to do the same thing this whole playthrough. What am I looking at? Bro, what happened? What's going on up there? Oh man, they're just vibing.
Yeah, this live is just 3 hours
Not
long.
again! Not again! No! No! It was an I didn't even look at your faces! What are you talking about? Oh, this is terrifying. This is the worst.
Okay, that's better.
Don't look at Enderman.
Yeah, there's no bread in this game.
Okay, well,
Yeah, there's no bread in this game.
it didn't break. Oh my God, I'm alive. Oh! Okay, let's leave, eh? What has happened to this world?
The moon is almost setting.
I do not know what I have caused. I have destroyed this entire universe. This is very weird. This is a very odd thing to be witnessing. The dead bushes look like they're aliens from another world, and I can't watch it. It's so cursed, man. I'm gonna build my 5th house on top of this floating continent.
Okay, it's going to be now day 30 because it's now day 30. Yay!
I mean, at least ores are exposed. If I want lots of ores, I can just kind of go. New weapon get. These mobs ain't gonna stand a chance against my Trailblazer, Blazer, Quest, Edge Cutting Sword, the Seal of the Darkness. It's just in case I need to start a new life. This is my box. Is there anywhere I can drop down? Oh, it's not too dangerous down here. This is fine. Oh, I should not have dropped down. I should have stayed in my home. I should have stayed. Oh, don't look at it. Oh, wait, it's fine up here. The generation's perfectly fine. It's almost fine. I take back my words. This hole. There's this pumpkin. Do I see so many creepers? Oh, this is mushroom. I see a mushroom place. Is that my timer? What is going on with that water and lava? Ah! We're in 1.2. I'm gonna poo. Oh, this is fine. Let me just take care of these guys. Damn, all the Minecraft.
I have no wood. Oh my god.
I'm going the way where I'm swinging. Oh, do I get any mushrooms from this? I don't think I got any mushrooms from this. Oh, this version of Minecraft is terrifying. Bro, there's mobs everywhere. This is not... Minecraft is not this scary anymore. I need to get in the hole. They can't see me in the hole. They can see me in the... Wait, genuinely, is this an ocean?
And no people are watching. Great.
Okay,
It's been 3 hours and I see this. Just 0 people watching my stream. First of all, I'm Cypher. There's the Burek. And there's the Polish Nordic.
Oh, I could get my milk back, but I don't have enough
Come on, 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 come on.
All around me are familiar faces and creepers. Maybe if I find a mushroom, I don't love you anymore. For the love of God, just let me mine a tree without killing me for 2 seconds. Please. Ah, what is going on with this generator? Ah! Make crafting table. Don't get killed by the zombies. Easier said than done. Make a boat. Don't get killed by the zombies. Get in the boat and go. Oh, I forgot how terrible boats are. Why are you moving at 1 mile an hour? Don't shoot my boat. Don't you dare shoot my boat. God damn boats, you should be terrible. What is this? I'm sailing away into the sunrise. Maybe you will spell good fortune. Oh, monkey machine. What in the hell? I have to turn back. No, my boat's gone. Come back. Why does it hate me? I have to turn back. I can't load any new chunks. Why do those spiders look ethereal? Am I in heaven? Have I finally ascended? This is the end of the Monty machine. Okay, I just said it something.
Bro, it's been like 20 seconds. That cannot be 5 minutes. We're on Minecraft 1.0. This can go one of two ways. It kind of works a little bit, or it doesn't work at all. Why am I in the ocean? No! No, not again! Well, at least I made it, 5 versions without a world resetting? I cannot sprint. This is terrible. I'm gonna have to craft the boat, quick, and swim up. Swim up, bro. Swim up. You got this, Steve. Steve, go. Steve, faster. Go faster. Steve, go faster. Faster. Steve, go faster. Steve, okay, I'm fine. Here we go, baby. This is so great. Why does leather armor look like that? That's no looks like you still something. What? My boat just spontaneously combusted. Is that a ruined portal? No, of course it's not a ruined portal. Theo Monty, you are stupid. I don't have my boat anymore. I can't craft a new one. I think I might have to go this way. I did not know you could get 5 block cactuses. My game is running my ass right now. Why did I just hit it a mile away from me? Okay, no problem. Jesus Christ. Oh my god. It's like I'm playing tennis, but with pigs. Ah! I'm just not excited for when... Yeah, for that. Well, since this is a special occasion, and we're on 1.0, and I have no idea what will happen if I press the beta button, I am simply going to make my 70th little house hang out in before the end of the world. Okay? Goodbye, Steve. Come here, sheeple. I couldn't get a dog, so you're the next best thing. I'll see you on the other side. I have no idea what's about to happen, and hey, only a small percentage of people are subscribed. I see. I'm still here. I'm in beta, and I'm still here. Oh, I killed it.
Oh, you're back.
Reflex. It was a reflex. I'm gonna pay him respect. I can't have a bed, but I'll tell you what I can have. Timothy the sheep gets his own little cube. Let's go, Steve. You know what to do. Oh, the chunks are still broken. What's going on with the world over here? I need to leave my mark on this world. I'm gonna do it in the only way I know how. I need to make a bed. Oi, I'm sorry. What the hell? I just made that boat. Wait, why is it so dark? Why the hell is it so... Okay, it's fine. I can put... Jesus Christ, this stuff. Why did it get 10 times darker? Oh wait, I can make a bed. No one's ever done this in Minecraft before. I'm pretty sure I said that. This is the start of this very video.
Oh yeah, you have 200.
This close.
Great job. Good job.
I'm completely dead. I can't kill it for some reason. Oh, there's more. Come on, I was this close. I was this close to being in the day. What? Why is it? He's having a drink. Furnace. Pork chops. Oh! I'm just in despair right now. Where am I? What is going on at spawn? Maybe I can... This is a terrifying experience. Minecraft has now become a horror game. It's still chasing me! Oh my god. I am so incredibly dead. Can I even sprint? That's a skeleton. Well, this is terrible. I miscalculated. The door's just gonna make me fall into the ocean. Minecraft is a fun sandbox game where the only limit is your imagination. Minecraft is a fun sandbox game. Oh, son, it's been so long. You beautiful big square. You have all I wanted to see for the past 10 minutes. Look at the junk errors everywhere you look. It's terrible. What have I done to this world?
I can't. I'm playing Minecraft right now.
Okay, let's go over what's happened. Sprinting has completely disappeared. I have jumped into the ocean like an idiot. My house is just up there. It's okay. Apparently the water I changed in an update. Can I just hear it? Oh, I did hear one. Mushrooms on the ground. Who broke this? Why have they all been broke? Just getting the high ground because...
Coal! I found coal! Yes! I found coal!
Long way. I'm on top of the world, eh? I'm on top of the world, eh? I want to go home. Oh, I'm in a cloud. It's so...
I'm not reaching bedrock, you silly goose.
Maybe I can mine this wood and get some diamonds. My inventory key doesn't work anymore. Looks like I can mine, but not craft in this version of Minecraft. Well, that really locks me out of a few things. Nice. Did you see that? That was epic. That was like a manhunt move right there. I don't think there's any more glitches. I think we're all set. I don't want to go any further. I've enjoyed my time in this Minecraft world. For the most part. Is this a sign? Where am I? I think I've been resetty spaghetti once again. My ears have been destroyed. I don't hear anything. There's no sound coming out of this cake getting beaten to death. Well, looks like there's only one thing I can do. It looks beautiful.
No, I'm not doing
Now
it.
what, Fred?
gosh, hello.
No,
Now, hello? Is that another
because I'm not playing that version.
Well, looks like we've made it. Everything I knew and loved. The puppies, whatever the sheep was called. My upside down teas, they're gone. But at least I have house number 97. Well, this is the oldest version of Minecraft. The quest is complete. I have spent 5 minutes in every major version of this game. But wait, I'm not finished. Show me something else. Oh my god, it looks like you have to subscribe. Well, that video definitely.
Have you ever wondered what would happen if we transferred the world that was created in the oldest version of Minecraft to the newest one? The answer is obvious. Nothing. The new Minecraft won't even be able to display the world in the game list. It's not surprising. The format of the old world is radically different from the new one. But what will happen if we smoothly create Minecraft worlds starting with the oldest version of the game and ending with the new one? How will the world change and what problems will we face? Let's find out. First off, we need to set a few rules. First, no snapshots. They're often unstable and can simply damage our world. The developers themselves tell us to always back up our worlds before loading in snapshot versions. The second one is to use only those versions that are available in the official launcher. Of course, there are many ways to use lost versions, but that doesn't make sense either. The third and the last, we do not use third-party modifications to transform the world. Of course, the first versions are cave game or pre-classic. The only problem is that you can't save the world in those versions, and there's nothing to save actually. Therefore, we just skip it. The first opportunity to save worlds appeared in the classic version of the game. Here we already have some kind of world generation, but it's still not infinite. There are trees growing, water, and some blocks to choose from. Roughly speaking, this is the same version that is available in the official website.
Yeah, I'm reading chess. But not right now because I'm mining.
Our next stop was the in-depth version of the game. This is where our first loss awaited us. At this stage of development, Notch had completely redesigned the world type, and if you try to load the previous world, unfortunately, you're not going to succeed. The game tries to load it, but nothing will happen. So we move on, and now we start counting.
Wait, I just found out there's this load level thing.
A house, a workbench, and a chest. The generation remains.
Yeah, there it is.
The same old world with the limitation. The world file is the name.mc level. Let's move on and move to the next version, in-depth. This time we have infinite world generation. And the second loss. Because Notch added new generation, he also changed the world type. So worlds from the previous version cannot be loaded. I of course tried to put the old files in saves, but of course it didn't work. All that you have built just vanished.
It says NC level.
I understand the development was just gaining speed and these are not stable versions yet. But in any case, it's a pity. So we're starting over.
What is the alpha Minecraft save format called?
This time we have nothing
It's
new,
the
no special changes, so I just threw the previous world into the folder with the new version and hope that there will be no errors. And so it happened. The world loaded without any problems in a matter of seconds. It couldn't help but make me happy. Of course, visually, everything changed because the bright and saturated colors were replaced by more gloomy and realistic ones. But in general, the world remained as it was. I walked around, loaded more territory, and I couldn't spot anything weird. So we can move on. Meta is always something nice. A lot of players are still playing this version. I'm not even talking about the old timers.
I know his blocks D is not that bad.
Start, let's say. After opening this version, we can see the same nice menu.
Oh, I know the rules.
I did the
Just
same stuff.
I know. Just
And
please.
through it in the new version. As soon as I opened the single-player game, I saw a sign that said the world must be converted. This is a red flag because the world generation was changed again in the beta version, and a lot of new things appeared. The world generator itself started working in a different way. The conversion was successful and no issues were detected. Going into the world, everything was exactly as it always was, but that's just at first glance. To demonstrate the changes, I had to resort to modifications. Not to the world, but to the game mode. I just decided to turn on the creative mode to make it easier to move around. It wasn't that difficult. If you fly a little farther away beyond the loaded area, you can notice the new world generation. You can see that my world was originally with huge mountains, but as soon as the expansion ended, the world was just weirdly cut down, and you can see this clear boundary, after which the new world generation began. Sure, the world generator tried to smooth out the corners a bit, and you can see that, but it's extremely bad. Once I got to the first full release of the game, there were no meaningful changes. I decided to load some more of my world, and I could even see a village. The villagers themselves were not there, of course. The world generator from the previous version was...
There it is. Quattro Trigentopol. Here it's Quarro Vigentopol Trigentopol chest. Oh my god. Why is it getting larger and larger and larger and larger and larger?
It was 1.4. Pretty scary update. Of course,
0.4.
but I don't want to dwell directly on each version. We'll go by the big and high-profile releases. This time, the game again offered me to convert the world, because the map generator was improved again. Moreover, a lot of new things appeared in the game in terms of generation. This time, conversion took about 20 seconds. As soon as I got into the world, I somehow found myself on the surface, although when I saved the world in the previous version, I was clearly near the portal to the end. This freaked me out a little bit, so I went to check out if the fortress was still there. Everything was fine, and I'll say more, my torches were still there. As soon as I flew up to check what happened to my world, I was a bit shocked. The already generated terrain was caught up again for some reason. That surprised me, and it was caught up just as smoothly as it had been in the previous time. As soon as I tried to generate new territories, I noticed the desert. This is a new biome, but it was also poorly merged with swamp, which is another new biome. So the appearance of the new biomes in the game, even on terrain that was not generated earlier in the older versions, also occurred as broken as possible. This way we already have two very ugly cuts of the world, which visually spoil the impression. The next update is the version 1.5. It's also called the Redstone update. I think from the name it's clear that except for Redstone, nothing new was added to the game.
Here it goes. Septentopol chest. This is the Septentopol chest. Hey. Yeah, it has like there is 37 chests. Yeah, 37 chests. There's like 37 blocks. It's so long.
Chunks in older versions is always a pain, due to the fact that they didn't work on the optimization at all. Chunks tended to load extremely unevenly, and it took several minutes to load even on powerful computers. This version, unfortunately, was not an exception. But however, I spotted villagers in the new village in the desert, meaning villagers finally started to spawn. They didn't spawn in the older versions because of the ugly transition between world generations. Next comes 1.7, the update that...
Yeah.
Yeah, it's the truth. The update did change a lot of things. At least they added new generation and just extremely many new biomes. But that's a topic for another video. So, as soon as I downloaded the update and went into the single player game, the message that I have to convert my world was not there. Once I loaded the world, at first glance, nothing changed. Except for the visuals. The graphics certainly got better, if we can put it that way. I thought that this time it's seamless. But in fact, after flying a little further, I was disappointed again. The world was completely caught off again, and there was water. That's the very common thing when water should make the cut look smoother and show that here's new generation. But this is the third time my world has been cut so lousy. There have been little air pits in the water.
Oh yeah, you've been there for the almost the entire life. I never knew that.
So I was hoping that there
Okay, it's setting.
And indeed, everything was more or less fine. The new area is loaded without any problems, so I decided I should find the ocean monument as soon as possible somewhere nearby. Everything was fine with it too, generated without any issues, but those air pits were still really pissing me off. The combat is one of the most important updates if you ask me. It changed the combat system in the game, and because of it, some players are still playing the version 1.8. As soon as I downloaded the update, in the single player game, the system showed me that my world was loaded on an unknown version. That was weird. But once I loaded the world, it turned out to be a false alarm. The world remained untouched, and all new territories were generated without interruption. The update of Ice and Fire 1.10...
Okay, let me try to create more sticks.
There were no innovations related to world generation generation, so there were no problems with word loading and generation of new territories either. The next was Exploration Update 1.12. There were some generation issues, but it was just a woodland mansion.
Yeah, I know.
Territories
You're just
so much.
loving my
Here,
streams
only the new ones.
for this entire time.
So I decided to go to the nearest woodland.
Okay, at 7 p.m. I will stop the live stream, or maybe even longer. Okay, when it reaches 4 hours. So I'm gonna update.
We'll skip it because there was nothing new in there, especially when we talk about world generation, so there's nothing to tell either. I was most interested in update 1.13, Aquatic Update. We got a complete update of the water world. But because the world is underwater, the generation should be much easier. First of all, as soon as I loaded the world, the game asked me to back up my world because the converting should take place. It took about 30 seconds, and as I expected, this update was made much better. The truth is that we can still see this straight line of transition, so you could trace where the new areas of the world began. In some places it looked better, but
Okay, I'm just.
kind of creepy. Villagers and Pillagers 1.14 is also a major update, bringing innovation to the world generation, starting with structures and ending with new villages. Again, before entering the world, the game offered to back up. As soon as I entered the world, I went straight to the old village. Of course, you won't become a new village. The game doesn't affect already generated chunks, only newly created ones, but it was a bit weird to see old villagers in the new versions. Overall, I didn't find any problems. There were no world glitches, but there were bugs of the world generator, although this already depends on just the generator itself and not on the new version. I also decided to generate the Nether right away because I've never entered it yet. I'll skip the Fuzzy Bees update too. It's a minor update that was designed purely to implement a new optimization in the game, so there's no point checking it out. The Nether update is one of the most serious in terms of generation. After all, it completely redesigns the Nether's
No.
I remember that
Well, I could do that. I would use geometry dash videos to this live.
I got creative mode in my hardcore. Well, not actually. At least not like that. But I built a giant version of the creative menu in my hardcore world, with corresponding farms to the items in front and the hotbar, making it a working creative menu in survival Minecraft. Now, first of all, like with every project, we need to decide where to build it. And since the back of this project is probably going to look hella messy, I decided to build it right here. Still in reach of my home area,
Okay.
and in front of the swamp.
Okay, that's it for this live. You're going to check back tomorrow. I'll see ya tomorrow.